Welcome to the Raiders Last Call podcast with,
Chris4Raiders, and that's
and I'm Jeff, New England Raider Boosters. Let's start this shit. Good afternoon, good evening, good day, Raider Nation. What's up, buddy? How you been?
recovering. I'm fine now. As you
Oh,
get
did you have
older,
a rough
man,
night last night?
no, as you get older, man, you have the little nights and you have fun. And the younger days, when you're 20, 30, maybe even 40, you can like just get up, pop up and go. And when you get older, like it takes a little longer.
Yeah. You gotta get out all the snap, crackle, and pops out of your body first before you start really moving around.
Right.
So I kind of wish we did a show yesterday because I had this out to wear, but I'm like, no, so I'll wear it today. So it's my Raiders St. Patty's Day shirt that I would wear when we would do stuff. It's either this or I have my fire department Celtic type stuff that I would wear. But so I'm wearing this today. I know some people will be like, "Ooh, green's not a Raiders color." I don't give a shit. Fight me. Guarantee I'm bigger than you and I'll win. So
it says Raiders on it, so what difference does it make?
that's
Anyway,
all it matters. It's all it matters.
I don't like green, man. I hated green. I wore it in high school. That was my mom's favorite color. Rest in peace.
As long as the logo's not on a red item because of the Chiefs, an orange item, or a baby puke blue like the Chargers, I could care less.
Baby, you want baby powder blue?
Apparently, it should be on black anyway. But
you want baby powder blue?
No,
that's what it is. Baby powder.
Not that Chargers shit. Now I see that Andre James is now a Charger.
Yeah, I just saw that. Like, what the? So they take.
Watch him play fucking old pro now.
They took Alex Leatherwood last year or year before last year. Now you're taking James. They're taking our trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're taking our sloppy seconds and our leftovers. Fine with me. Whatever. Have fun. But now the thing is, he'll turn into an all pro, and that's just. I mean, I don't want to see the guy get hurt or anything, but I don't want him to do good because I don't want people to sit there and go, "See, we never should have got rid of him. We could have got something for him by trading him away." No way, absolutely not. It's a joke.
We played as Christian. We're gonna have Bully gonna bull rush him. So
yeah,
don't worry about it. Yeah, Chris Jones gonna have a field day with him when they play Reese.
So let's hit up the chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. So we got Huey P in the house. What's up, Huey? Panda's here. What's up, Panda? Desert Raider. What's going on, brother? Let's see. See, Vinny posted that we have 24 roster spots open and count on us to use 25 plus on our rookie class with little free agents left. So what does that mean? We will be trading down. I hope we trade down. I
Awesome.
want to move back. I want more picks. It's a lot of rookies. I mean, I know we have a young roster, but sheesh, didn't seem like we have many players on our roster. Christian Wilkins, Adam Butler are gonna have a field day.
But you gotta remember one thing. You gotta remember one thing's gonna happen during the season, during the OTAs and the final cuts. Teams will be cutting players. There'll be a chance to pick up even some like 1 and some 2-year, 3-year veterans. So
yeah, definitely. Raider Ryan's in the house. What's up, Raider Ryan? Yep, Andre James to the Chargers. Yeah, good luck.
Yep.
Robert Pena's in the house. What's up, Robert? How we doing today?
Hey, Robert.
Wheezy. What's up, Wheezy? Tanner Jack. What's going on, man? What else we got here? Chris, the intro gets me all pumped. I know. I love that intro. The music is just perfect for it.
Awesome.
That drum beat just hits differently. Let's see, Wheezy, I moved from Kansas. Gosh, I was surrounded by... Oh, I could only imagine.
Wow.
Hey, try living in New England when you're surrounded with idiotic Pats fans. What's up, Tonka? What's going on? Cool Kev's in the house, Chris. What's up, Cool Kev? Let's see who else is here. What's up, Sub? How we doing? Gonna go commit. No, I didn't wear a kill. Fuck that shit. I'm not that brave. If I was in a band, I'd have to, but I was never in the band. But I would always wear like my pipe and drum T-shirts and long sleeve shirts that they would always sell. So whenever we went out for St. Patty's Day, I'd always wear that.
Oh man.
Let's see. Well, it's Gord. Gord's in the house. What's up, Gord? Get everybody. Oh, so Cal Sal. What's up, Sal? Gunsmoke's here. What's up, Gunsmoke?
Phone's off the hook today.
I think that's everybody so far. Yeah. So, oh, there's Nate. I'll be rated 10. What's up, buddy? How we doing? So as far as, I mean, it hasn't been much going on with the team the last few days. I mean, still really they haven't come out with a press conference with Geno yet. They haven't really said anything as far as what's going on with that.
Yeah. Only thing came out was that picture with Shedeur Sanders and Geno sitting there talking to the receiver. Stephon Diggs. That's about it.
What's up, Sandman? Yeah, that's what we were just bringing up. Is like nothing going on with that front at all right now. It's been real quiet, which is kind of making me a little nervous. But what's up, Charm City?
Well, he has to play for at least 1 year, so that's it. Unless he hold out.
Yeah, I hate the waiting game. I don't like this waiting game. It just like I said, it makes me nervous. I don't know what the legalities are. Can he still back out? Can he refuse to come here because it was a trade? I don't know what he's got in his clause with Seattle. I mean, worst case scenario is everything falls through. He goes back to Seattle, and now what do we do? There's really nothing out there for free agents. I mean, Russell Wilson's still available. He hasn't committed to anything. Aaron Rodgers is still out there. He hasn't committed to anything. Do we try and trade with somebody else for a quarterback? Like, do we seriously try and pursue?
Speaking of which, so there was a report saying that the Patriots are willing to trade Milton for, guess what? 3rd round pick. A 3rd round, but he was drafted in the 6th round.
Yeah, that's
that
means we have no. That means we have no 3rd round pick. That means we have no. That means we're going into the season where AOC 12 is the starter. That means, do we trade back definitely now so we can get more picks to make up for the ones that we've lost? Because that means we've lost 2 picks in this draft. One for the. Well, we would have gotten that one back, actually. So we would probably get that pick back for Geno. We would lose that one to the Patriots for Milton if that goes through, if that's what we do. But we still have no true long-term veteran presence on this roster.
No.
AOC 12 is still a dark horse under this system with Chip Kelly, so there's no telling what's going to happen. I mean, there's no telling what's going to happen with Geno either. It's just that Geno can adapt a little bit better, I think, because of his experience, and you know. But this just throws a wicked monkey wrench into everything, to be honest with you.
Geno is official. What do you mean official? Breaking news, Nate? Oh, okay. He can't go back because of the contract.
All right, so he is stuck here then for at least 1 year until we do something. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'll say he's obligated to be here, whether he play a 9 or hold out or I don't know, but he's here.
Okay. All right. Right, Ryan? Holy hypothetical.
Nice.
Milton is for 2 Frescas and a bag of chips.
Fresca? Where can you buy Fresca from?
I don't know. I didn't even know they still make that shit.
I don't know.
That's like Tab. Remember Tab?
Yep.
Oh god, that was the worst tasting soda. I think the only thing that might taste just as bad as that is fucking Dr. Pepper. I can't stand Dr. Pepper.
I like Dr. Pepper. It's fine.
No.
Yeah, my dad worked at the Coca-Cola company for years, and they had these big whole bunch of cases of Tab and
Where's
stuff.
my sponsorship, Dunkin' Donuts? Come on. Where's my where? Let's go.
Brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts.
I want to be part of the Dun Kings.
Sure, with that.
So a lot of people are negative on Geno too, huh?
I noticed that lately. Yeah. I mean, what do you want?
I don't think Geno is all that great, to be honest. I'd rather take him than Geno, Russell Wilson, or I don't know.
So you think the AFC West teams are getting our old players so they can get some inside info? Because what Chiefs, the Queefs took Minshew, now Chargers taking what's his name, Andre James. Trying to get some inside info.
I am the number 1 customer, dude. I probably drink about 3 or 4 iced coffees a day from there.
I don't know. What do you guys think? To try and get some insider info on the Raiders.
You don't have your connections working, Chris? Who's your connections? You don't have any reliable resources?
Oh, yeah. My sources say. Yeah.
I love that when people say that. My inside sources. Dude, who's your inside source?
I can't reveal him. I said that because he doesn't exist.
What is it? The greenskeeper? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Inside source.
It was that guy mopping the floors. I told you everything, right?
Ooh, I want to see a fight. We got an Eagles fan and a Cowboys fan in the building. Go ahead.
Ooh,
fight.
Awesome.
Fight it out. Fight it out. Give the Eagles credit. At least as an Eagles fan, at least you're happy. Your Eagles won. You beat our hated rivals, the Chefs. I hope so. I just don't want us drafting Genty, which is like the big latest talk now. All of a sudden, that's overtaken the Sanders talk.
It did,
right?
I know.
Yeah, more people saying let's grab Genty instead of Sanders. So now I was negative on Sanders. Now I have to push the narrative of no, you don't want Genty because I don't want him. I didn't want him, and I didn't want Sanders. So now I got to push that now.
Everybody's assuming that Geno Smith's going to be the starting quarterback for the next 3 or 4 years. Like, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah.
The way things are going now, you might be one and done. So we have to draft. Regardless of what y'all think, we got to draft a quarterback. Genty at 6 is not a good idea.
Dude, Dr. Pepper is just like ass in a can. It's disgusting.
Well, there go your future. There go your future sponsor, man.
See, Andre James is not giving up anything. The plan better be he held tight to the chest until necessary. Well, it's up 8:05. What's going on, brother?
8:05. Yeah, he don't know anything anyway because they didn't tell him nothing. They're not going to spill the beans to the guy. Anybody. So
yeah.
Everything's all official said and done. The season started, then they'll start playbook. This is what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. Not telling them, especially him.
Sorry. We got shit going on with the club still. Nothing major, just trying to get some paperwork done.
Yeah, Ryan. So new regime. They already knew this when they got here. So it's a new regime. They already knew that. Say he's out of here. So why they gonna say, hey, guess what? Tell the Chargers that we're doing this year. Like,
Yeah, that's like Minshew when people said, "Oh, he's going to give secrets away." From secrets to what?
what secrets?
The coaches that were here when Minshew was the quarterback aren't even here anymore.
Yeah.
So what's he going to give them? Old news that nobody's going to give a shit about? You know damn well Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll were not giving him privy information right now, knowing that they were going to be getting rid of him. Why would they give him that information? He doesn't need it. You know. So what the fuck's he going to give away? That this player likes this type of snack, or this guy puts his socks left foot first, right foot second. I mean,
exactly.
What the fuck? What's he gonna give for fucking info? Whatever.
You
Get in the Uncle Rico van, go camp somewhere outside the fucking Chiefs Stadium, and shut the fuck up.
Probably gonna say you know that Christian Wiggins drives a Bentley now. Did you know that? Yeah. Well, who cares?
Since we were last on the air together, which was Sunday afternoon on Raider Nation Jason's show, there's been a lot more push for, people pushing for Genty. Like that's who they want now. That's like this major narrative that everybody's pushing. And it's crazy because like the best explanation I could say that I've seen so far, I don't know if you watched Turf and Rundown last night. They were on doing their show, and they covered specifically running backs. Their entire show. That's what it was. They did a mock draft later on too, towards the at the very end. But the majority of their show was talking about, the running backs in this draft and how deep they are and how good this one is and how this one's a better fit and this one makes more sense. And listening to it, it totally made sense, and I totally get it. Neither one of them want Genty. Neither one of them think Genty's the fit.
Hold on a second. Let me ask this guy a question. The Gamer Boy Rec Room Call of Duty Minecraft says the Raiders are ass. So let me ask you a question, dummy. Who's your team? Don't talk about nobody's team. You don't have a team. Like you just sit in your mom's basement and play games all day.
Yeah, see, Panda, you watched it last night, so I mean, you picked up on some of the same shit I did last night. They put it in a different perspective for me than just listening to these so-called experts saying this is the guy you want, this is the guy you don't want, type shit like that. They made it make sense. In other words, like what two running backs coming out of this draft would pair better together. What running back would pair better coming out of this draft with Moser? They made it make sense to me. Whether it made sense to anybody else, who the fuck knows? But I know it made sense to me listening to them. And I know Genty is definitely not the answer from what they're explaining.
Yeah.
We all know the running back room is going to be different this year. It's going to be completely different. I mean, it's already started. Mostert's there now. Now it's a matter of, Madison's gone already. He's signed somewhere else. What's going to happen to Amir? Is he going to sign somewhere else? I have a feeling he's going to go back to New England because he'll go back to a system that he's comfortable with. I mean, he only came here to the Raiders because of
Big Dummy
anyway, and he ended up sticking it out longer, than I think he thought he would because he probably enjoyed his time here. McCormick, who knows what's going to happen there? Lobby, who knows what's going to happen with him? And Zeus is another big question mark. Zamir.
Why you still call that man Zeus?
I don't know. Zamir. What's going to happen with him? I know Raider Rebel is really pushing hard for Genty. I still don't fully understand why people are so.
I don't think that
he's pushing it because he finished number one basically.
That don't mean he's gonna be good in the NFL though.
No, he'll be fine in the NFL. I just don't think he's a good fit for us.
He might not be fine in the NFL. You never know because sometimes these top guys in college come in here and don't do anything.
Yep.
We're going to probably do that Saturday night because I go to list of running backs that wasn't like came in here high hopes and disappeared off the face of the earth. So we don't know that. I hate to waste a 6 on him. Well, we can draft multiple running backs in this draft class. So many of them.
This guy's always on my nuts about this.
What's up?
He goes, "We got a black quarterback." Told you, because he keeps thinking I don't want certain people because of their color. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, Jeff, by the way, Jeff,
trying to paint me into a corner that I ain't going into. So,
Jeff, by the way, I want to let you know I didn't tell you this a long time ago, but I'm black. I want to let you know that just in case you didn't know.
yeah, right. Oh my God, you are? I didn't know that. Oh shit, I can't do this show with you anymore. What the fuck? Really? I mean, that's the mentality of some people.
Oh my God.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, this guy right here, Wham, now he don't want a black running back. I guess he don't want a black co-host either, so I guess I better leave.
See, he just said it here, now we don't want this.
I don't care.
I just don't want him, that's all. And besides that, fucker, 95% of the running backs in this draft are of color anyway. So I don't want any of them? Of course not. What the fuck?
Well, you look at it, most of the NFL is black, so
I guess I want Scatterbo and him only and no one else. I guess that's the mentality this guy's pushing me on.
Oh my God.
No bueno. Trade back and draft O-line. You can't go wrong. I'm all for doing whatever.
I just don't want that running back
at number 6.
I don't want that running back at 6. I do want some jerseys. I really have some kind of defense lineman or O-line or maybe a top tier receiver. I don't see it. It's too many running backs, man. Way too many.
Captain? You know what's up? No bueno. I forgot to say hi to you. Sorry, brother. Out of your question here, would you rather have T-Mac in Judkins or Genty and Jaden Higgins?
Ooh.
I'd rather have T-Mac and Judkins, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I really do.
Good. Either one is good, but I don't know about taking Genty at 6.
See, LV 10 agrees.
Yeah. Although I do like Henderson better, but either one be good.
I never said I wanted Christian McCaffrey. I don't want anything to do with Christian McCaffrey. He's an injury nightmare now.
Who said that? I mean, where did that rumor come up at?
I never said Scatterbo at 6. This little shit's just busting my balls. See, look, a consensus is Judkins and T-Mac.
Yeah, I'll take T-Mac.
Young DB. I'll take the. That's oh shit. Who is that? That's Fuck, was that Membu? Where the fuck is Membu from? Is he I think that's who that is.
Membu?
Yeah, Membu. All right. Yeah, I was right. His comment, that's who that is. It's the lineman from Missouri. I would take him over Genty also, too, to be honest with you. Let's see. Is Genty better out the gate than Jacobs?
We don't know.
I think Jacobs is Jacobs. I don't think there's. Do I think anybody in this draft could play like Jacobs eventually, but not out of the gate? See, my big turnoff with Genty is where he played. He played in Mountain Central or Mountain West or whatever division it is. That's how big of a division it is. You can't remember the name of it. Yeah, he rushed for 2,000 yards. Big fucking deal in that division or that conference. What happened when he played Penn State? What happened to him? They shut him down.
They didn't fare too well, I'll tell you that.
No, and people will be like, well, he still rushed for 100 yards. Yeah, that's great.
He averaged 160 a game.
Yeah, when you average almost 200 yards a game and they hold you to about 100, that's like holding a 100-yard average running back in the NFL to 50 yards. 50 yards.
But you also
got a shot.
Y'all consider, look how many rush attempts he had in that game. He had a lot. So you get that many rush attempts, eventually you'll get to it.
That many carries and only 100 yards for it. Mm-mm. And that's the other thing too. The guy's he's coming in with some serious hard miles on that body, man. He's going to be beat up. Let's see. That was the beauty of Jacobs coming out. He has low carries out of college, plenty of talent. Yeah, exactly it.
You run behind somebody.
I'd rather take the world's best physical therapist on this team over Genty. It's a bigger position of need to help keep us healthy.
Yeah, I told him to fire,
Banter, that's good. I like that.
told him to fire the whole strength and conditioning team.
Yeah, see, Gord agrees. They had a bye in the playoffs. That's disrespect. Yeah, and that's the other thing. You had a bye week and you still got beat up. That competition kit. Yeah, true.
In your mock drafts, did you ever take Ginty at 6?
Huh?
In your mock drafts, did you take Ginty at 6?
I never did. Never. None of mine ever. I never did. That's why if I traded, the first team I went to try and trade for was the Cowboys, because 90% of the time when I did that in the mock draft, they took Genty.
Well, you should do the same.
And I only moved back 6 picks, and we got a second round pick. I'll take a extra second round pick all day long. You know, there's enough meat and potatoes. There's enough high value picks in this first round that at number 12 I can still get someone that's going to come in and contribute to this team immediately. I'm not going to have to wait 2 years or a year for someone to become relevant with this team. You know, it's someone that's going to walk in there and just hit the ground running and let's roll. You know.
Okay. Young DB 94, he ran with Oregon. Oregon's notoriously never had a good defense or defensive line. That's why it scores so many points. They can't beat your defense. They score a bunch of points to beat you. So I don't consider that a win.
White people do mock drafts when guys like Tyree and Leather would get picked. Yeah.
Because we had dummies in the room, that's why.
I will tell you this, in mock drafts last year when I was playing around with it, you know, well before I even got into the YouTube thing, not once did I ever get the opportunity to pick Brock Bowers in any of those mock drafts, ever. You know, it was always a quarterback that fell to me. That's why that draft got turned on its ear by a couple of picks that went before us. Which allowed us to get him.
Nate, stop that. Look at the name you put up there.
He's just mad because he got nailed last week with the.
I know. I'm still hurt.
He's trying to make up for it, and it's not working. Bad attempt. Boo! Hiss.
I'm still hurting.
Hey, I found you. Yeah. Okay. Fucking idiots. I love it. If Tom Brady is so involved, why are we not trading for a QB? We did trade for a QB.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Oh, trading for QB helpers.
Okay.
To be honest with you, what's even out there for a trade right now? There's really nothing at this point. You know, we missed our chance with Becton, but from what I'm hearing with Becton, he wanted to come over to a team and play tackle. He didn't want to play guard anymore.
That's what I heard. Yeah, you want to make sure you play tackle.
We didn't need a tackle, and if you're going to bring a guy in just to bring him in with the intent that he doesn't want to play a certain position, then why bother bringing him?
Exactly.
You know, what are you bringing him in for?
It'll cause some restriction and this and that. No, we don't need all that.
Yeah, we don't need a tackle right now. We need that guard. We need one more guard, which we're going to end up having to get in the draft, plain and simple. You know.
So where did he go to? He went to
the Chargers.
Oh, well, Chargers had to build that lineup, huh? Back then, and Andre James, and Leatherwood's not there anymore. So yeah.
Leatherwood's been out of the league for like the last 2 or 3 years. He's been going for a while now. What a bust that guy was, man. I think it was a victim of him. He was a victim of being picked too early. That's the problem. You know, because you're expected to be this great player when you're picked at a certain spot in this draft. You know, if you would have gone later in the draft, his expectations wouldn't have been as high and he wouldn't be as much in the public limelight.
Yeah.
You know, if Tyree would have gone later in the first round, to maybe even early second round,
you would be in the spotlight.
People would give him some leeway, because when you're picked in the top 10, you're expected to make something of yourself. You're expected to be something big. I mean, here it is in some cases, 20, 30 years later, And you still got people talking about Tony Mandarich, Jamarcus Russell, these guys that were picked so early in the draft that were expected to be the next superstars and amount to nothing. If any one of those guys I just named would have gone in the second round, they probably would have had some NFL career that would have gone a little bit longer than what it was, but they wouldn't have had that pressure of having to go out there and perform and be good because of where they were picked.
They wouldn't be mocked. There won't be so mocked so much in the media, social media, newspapers, and all that stuff. They'd be so like, what a butts. And you know what? You believe it or not, that gets to your head after a while, like hearing it constantly all day, every day. You're a butts. Yep. You suck. Like, leave me alone.
Yep.
Incredible bulk. What are you talking about?
Question: what impact player would you take at 6? I thought about it. If Carter was there, would he start over Kuntz? Well, first of all, we have to really address that foot injury to make sure that
I think
that's why the teams have to do their homework right now to really see what's the full scope of that, that stress fracture. How bad is it? How long is it going to take to fully heal to where he can come out and do drills and do stuff?
That'll
set him back.
You're talking about starting. You know what? I'm a firm believer. Like, I could care less who starts. I don't care if you start. Who finishes the game? That's what I want to see. I don't care. Starting means nothing. Finishing the game means a lot. I mean, sure, your name's on a brochure, names are in lights, like starting at left tackle, la la la. But by the time the game ends, you on the bench. Finish the game.
See, I don't see him being the next Saquon. Absolutely not even close. Saquon is Saquon. There's not going to be anybody like Saquon for a while. I'm sorry. If there is, then prove me wrong. Hold me to it. A couple of years from now, if it's one of these guys coming out of this draft, Saquon is just a special talent, like Barry Sanders was. You saw that in college, and that carried on into the NFL. But also going to look at where some of these guys played, too. They played in much bigger schools, playing against much bigger talent, much tougher talent, I should say.
He might be good in his career, but can't compare him to Saquon.
Oh, what's up, ECR? What's going on? Cool. Kev Becton wants 24-hour access to the cafeteria. And that's the other thing I heard about him too. Is he likes his snacks.
Really?
So his weight fluctuates too.
Oh, you
yeah, that's right. The Chargers also have Joe Alt, which they grabbed last year. Let's see. What's up, Roast? I really like Tevin Jenkins. I've been wanting him since we were speculating free agency moves. I wouldn't be opposed to him.
Well, get Tyree one more
Well dressed Tyree. Let's see. Yeah, keep dreaming. I don't see that happening.
Keep your fingers crossed. Somebody asked about Stokes in the chat.
Yeah, right here.
Oh,
Hype, Litsky. What's up, Hype?
Hey, Hype.
How you feel about Stokes? I'm. You know what? I have nothing negative about any of these. I take that back. I have nothing negative to say about most of the free agents that we've brought in. The one that I have the biggest issue with is the offensive guard Kappa the Crapper. I don't know why we brought him in. I don't know if that was just a pat on the back. Thank you for protecting me when I was with Tampa. Tom Brady move. Or does he have some dirt on Spytech and Spytech had to bring him in for 11 mil? That's a lot of money. For a guy that finished dead last in the NFL and the guard matrix.
I feel like these guys they picked up, the teams didn't want them no more. They didn't sign them. And the Raiders got them for cheap. So they're going to be hungry. They're going to want to play. Their butts off because they don't got like 1 or 2 year contract. I think most of them have 1 year contract. They're going to play their butts off. So that next year they can either get a bigger contract, or another team going to want them for another big contract. So this year it's almost like what they call it, But basically it is their contract year. So I'm looking for big things from these guys. They're gonna play their ass off. So we'll see. I hope it turns out right.
Sorry.
No problem. So that's what I was saying about these new guys coming in. I mean, they're basically on a final year of their contract where they are 1 year. So they got to do something. If they don't, then nobody gonna pay them or pick them up.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of smart.
Going on.
So they signed Alan Butler 3 years because they ain't know what he can do. So like, he's 3 years. But everybody else like 1 year.
Yeah, see, Matthew, you're right. You know, if people were calling me a bust, I'd be working my ass off. But, you know, guys like, I mean, again, Jamarcus Russell, he didn't give a fuck.
Came in 400 pounds, damn near.
He didn't. You know what it was, though? He got that money, and that was one of the last few contracts that rookies made like that. After that, they started structuring the rookies so they could only make X amount of dollars.
Yeah, it was Bradford's the last one. That quarterback.
Yeah, because a rookie would come in and hold out and get as much as possible if the team really wanted them that bad. And, you know, teams were signing to these ridiculous contracts for these rookies. That's why it was so valuable to be the number one pick. Because if you were the number one pick, you got paid the most out of anybody in your draft class. Mm-hmm. If you fell to number 10, you took a money hit. You know, that's why there was a lot more cutthroat when it came to, you know, selection in the draft or, you know, rankings in the drafts. You know, the rankings became a real big deal because of that, because of the amount of money that was being thrown around at these kids. And yeah, kids, they were kids. Still are kids.
Okay, Linsky, be nice. You know, $80 million back when he got drafted, there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money now. And he didn't even prove anything yet. So of course he got a big head and said, well, I don't have to show up at camp. I can just walk in and be a starter.
See, I'm preaching for Tyree to transition to interior defensive line because he's a good run defender and he's such a big body. He could eat up some blocks and all his power would transition. Well, maybe obviously the coaches don't see it that way either. I get what you're saying, but obviously the coaches don't see it that way because they never even tried it with him. I haven't heard any reports of them trying it. You know, like you see these practice reports come out saying, "Oh, they're trying him at a new position." You don't even hear any of that shit.
Who, Tyree Wilson?
Yeah.
No, Graham said last year, before the season started last year, they're gonna try him at tackle on a few plays so he can learn his hand movement. So they did try him there, but only just one move, bull rush.
See, I never even thought of that on my end about moving Tyree to tackle. I'm not saying it wouldn't work. You know, I just never thought of it myself.
Yeah, because he doesn't worry about no spin moves or his bend is not that good, so he can just bull rush his way through. He's a strong's a goddamn mox, but
dude, just in the chat alone right now, you've gotten so many different thought processes on what to take with number 6. You know, you're hearing wide receiver, you're hearing running back, you're hearing an offensive tackle. You're hearing Abdul Carter come out. You're hearing a cornerback come out. You know, so you've got all these different opinions and voices that there's no sure. Everybody's got their own take. So there's no surefire. This is the guy we need to take. You still got people that are on the Shedeur Sanders move. You know, to get him. You know, if Mason Graham's there, you take him. You know, I'm on the belief of we don't take anybody at number 6, and we just trade out of 6. Get value for that. Get some extra draft picks. Make up for the trade that we've already done with Geno. Get an extra second-round pick. Then trade back one more time and get another second-round pick, or possibly even a high third-round pick, depending on who you try and trade with.
Yeah.
You know, or if it is a second-round pick, it's a late second-round pick. Who cares? That gives you 3 picks in the second round. You can't beat that shit. That's where your talent's really going to be. That's where you're going to find that gem. You're going to find your next JPJ style player that's going to come in and surprise the shit out of you. I'm like, oh man, that's who we should get. You know. Let's see. Yeah, because he didn't care. That's why. Tyree is no Myles Garrett.
No.
He is height wise, but if he bulked up to get Myles Garrett's size, I'm not sure he'd even be as dominant there. Yes, Myles Garrett is a man of his own, man. It just there's nobody in the league that's like Myles Garrett. You'd be hard pressed to find another guy that's as good as him. I'm sorry, not even one.
He was one of a kind.
I mean, Myles Garrett can take over a game. Let's put it that way. Now, if he had some more help, that defense could be lethal. I don't know about the lockdown corner. I really don't. Chris, do you have any thoughts on that? Other than Johnson, if you consider Johnson a lockdown?
I don't consider him a lockdown. He's more of a he played a lot of zone. He never played press covers or anything like that. So I don't know. Is it a lockdown or not? We do need one because I don't think Jack Jones is a lockdown corner. Bennett is starting to turn that way. Corbin Richardson, we got to see this year. Maybe he'll turn the corner and see what happens. But I don't know. I don't know. I've seen some good DBs in the combine, but I don't tell them that they're all lockdowns. They all got good feet, and good hip movement, but I don't know. We'll draft one of those guys maybe, but we'll see. Salute Raider Paul.
Raider Ryan, thank you, brother. I appreciate you very much, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hats off to you. Yeah, I appreciate all the support that I get from people that follow this channel. Follow Chris and I when we're both on.
Hey, so nobody follow me because nobody watching my channel, so I'm not getting.
Yeah, make sure you guys get over to Chris's channel there. Show him some love. Give him some watch time. Hit those thumbs up. Hit the subscriptions and the notifications because, like today, we had planned on probably doing something. He texted me earlier today, but I had fucking fell asleep again. I woke up and I saw that, and he actually called me, and I didn't hear it. So I said, let's go on at 6 o'clock my time. He goes, all right. So I set it up, and here we are.
I was on AR's chat, and Vic was playing a game, and then I saw people, hey, y'all doing a show there? I said, I don't know. That's when I called you. Like,
yeah, I was in La La Land. I went to bed early last night, too. I was in bed at 1 o'clock my time. And then at 5 o'clock, something just, boom, woke me up, and I'm wide awake now. That's it. And, turned the computer on, sat here, played around on it a little bit, looking some shit over. And then 8 o'clock or so, 8:30, I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, fuck this. I'm gonna go get on the recliner and knock. And I fell asleep for like 4 hours. So that's the story of my life. That's what I go through every day now. And it's not from lack of sleep. It's just my body. It just wants to shut down.
No, I'm not monetized yet, Raider Ryan. I got a long way to go. I need more views and more subscribers. So before I can,
we're working on it. We're working on it. So, that's like him and Nate, LV Raider 10. Make sure you get over to their channels. If you're here watching this show with us and you're not subbed to Chris 4 Raiders or LV Raider 10 on YouTube, make sure you get over there. Nate, put your channel up in there too if you want, please.
Because you guys remember, I just started this channel at the end of January. Nate, Jeff had me started, so I ain't been 2 months yet. So I'm getting up there.
So I mean, if you like what you're seeing here, and what we bring to the table for you is, by all means, follow Chris, follow me if you're not already, and because we love doing this. Just a quick pop-up show out of nowhere, get on for an hour or two and interact with the chat. Some days we decide we want to open it up and let people in. We let them in, man. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Hear that big deal that Higgins and Chase got? My goodness.
Lonnie's a lockdown DB, he says. Yeah, it's one of the guys we brought over in free agent.
You hear about that Chase and T. Higgins deal they got? All that money?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where the fuck did they get all that money from all of a sudden? I thought they were hurting at one point.
That's what I'm wondering. How these teams got all this money, like New Orleans, like the Saints? They got all this money to sign people. Say, well, you guys are over the cap, but what happened? How'd you get that? Rob it back?
I don't know.
They hired the Chiefs mascot, the Wolf, go rob some banks or what?
Thanks, Ryan. Me and Chris gonna make the Small Raider create a pod.
I don't even know what that means. Explain.
I like Jack Jones, but misery loves company too.
Yeah, true.
What's up, Jess? How you doing?
Well, you got
Madman in the house. What's up, Madman? Welcome.
You got to remember one thing, that Jack Jones was AP's guy, so he don't do what he's supposed to do. He will be out of here.
Yeah, he's not going to get any. He's not going to get any special treatment or
nope.
You know.
Pete Carroll's a no nonsense guy. He'll do a job, do it or bye.
Oh, there you go, Jess. That's cool. Tell you what, man. There's I'm seeing it more and more, man. There's a huge following of people that play games online like Madden, Tech Mobile, LV Raider 10's got his game and stuff going now too. Fakasi does it, and he gets a shit ton of viewers with that too.
Yeah,
you know, I'm definitely going to be doing that at some point soon too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do mine.
I've already got the program downloaded. It's just getting it set up right.
I'm gonna do mine for those. I'm gonna do Farmer Simulator 22. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. You and I can start up an old school Pong league too. We can play Pong with the little dial.
That'd be fun. Oh my god! Thanks, Desert Raider. Appreciate it.
We just re-signed Zach Carter.
Who is Zach Carter? I don't remember that name. They don't sound familiar.
There you go, Jess. Hook up with LV Rated 10. You guys can do some shit together. Because I know he plays Madden.
Who is Zach Carter? Why that name don't sound familiar to me? Now I know almost everybody on the Raider team. Zach Carter is an American football player. Yeah, we know. Who is he?
Ardell. What's up, Ardell?
Is it a linebacker? Oh, it's defensive tackle. No one ever heard of him. Zachary Carter.
What's up, Jay?
6'4", 291.
Awesome show, guys. Keep them coming. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I get that, Chris, as well. Two motherfuckers are real motherfuckers. This party's the only thing that hurts more each day. Hang on a second. Let me see.
I told you I was a real MFer. I told you that. Mason Graham. Yep. Definitely want him. I really get that defensive line, the defense, like top notch. Defense win championship. Get that line. Get the cornerbacks or safety linebackers. Oh, by the way, somebody just visited the Raiders yesterday. The guy from
who?
New England Patriots. He's a journeyman. He's been around a few times. I can't remember his name. Anybody know his name? Put in the chat. I just saw it this morning. I woke up. See if I can find it. He played for the Patriots, your favorite team.
Let me see. Hang on, I'm a little behind here. I'm trying to catch back up. The reason they have money is because Mike Brown, the owners, we're still talking about. Man, I'm way behind. Holy fuck. What's up, Jason? Jeff, you just need that iced coffee injection straight to the bloodstream. Yeah, I do, man. So
Yeah,
I want to be part of the Dung Kings. We'll just hang up the IV bag right here on my right.
Yeah, I told you get IV. Just hook it up, man. Just hit that button like they do morphine. You know, do morphine in the hospital. Just hit that button when you get a shot.
Oh no, we'll put it on a heavy drip. It'll be a heavy drip.
No, get the button.
Keep the bags chilled because I want it coming in cold.
No, get one of the buttons they use for morphine. Like as soon as you feel like, oh yeah, okay, I'm ready. Oh, let's see here. I don't see. I can't remember the guy's name that visits a linebacker.
Yeah, Raider Ryan, you're absolutely right. See, we did I wasn't a big fan of restructuring Max. I was always the one saying, you sign a contract, play the goddamn contract out.
Thank you, Matthew. His name was Ellis. Sorry about that. I didn't cut you off, but his name was Ellis. He visited yesterday. He's a linebacker.
But by us?
Yeah, he came to the Red Camp yesterday. Yeah, he's kind of a journeyman. It's been like 3 different teams.
By us signing Max when we did, we forced the other teams to have to pay more for their guys. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if we would have waited to sign Max, and in that time Garrett re-signed, Max would have been looking for something extremely close to that deal, which would have cost us more money. So by us doing it first, we were smart in a way because we set the bar. So now all these other teams that were going to re-sign guys of his caliber or better had to pay even more money. So now it takes them a bigger hit on their cap. Whereas, we're sitting pretty now because we're getting the guy that we like, that we have, we're keeping him, but we're only paying, say, I'm just throwing numbers out there. We're paying him $10 million, whereas now Garrett's going to get $20 million type of thing. Mm-hmm. You see the gap difference where if it was Max after Garrett does a $20 million deal, we're probably going to only give him anywhere from 15 to 18. We're not going to give him Garrett money, but we'll give him a little bit less. So now it costs us another $5 to $8 million. Yeah,
it'd been close to it. It'd be close to that level.
So by us doing the way we did, it was a smart move. It was a forced smart move if you think about it.
Well, I think it forced Cleveland's hand too. Like, they expect Max having money, and Garrett went and said, "Look what they did. You better do something for me, or I want out of here."
Yeah, see, Ray Ryan says we got ahead of that for sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What's up, Shock Bowers? Welcome to the show. Nav, man, I sent you a message on Instagram if you want to check it out. Jeremy B, what's up, man?
Hey, Jeremy.
Ugh.
Jason Downs.
Corned beef and cabbage. I can't stand that shit. It's so gross.
I like it.
So fucking gross. Yeah, it's my green St. Patty's Day Raider shirt. I wasn't on the show yesterday wear it, so when Chris and I decided we were going to go on today, I'm like, I'm putting this on today. So I don't give a fuck if it's green, but it says Raiders on it. I know some people give me shit around here. Like, it's green. You shouldn't be wearing that. It's not Raider color.
I don't know. I can be a Raider fan if they wore that lime green crap or something like that. No colors. Like, no. I don't think that's second choice.
I wear this pretty much once a year.
Who?
I either wear it on St. Patty's Day or I'll wear it. Twice a year. I either wear it on St. Patty's Day or I'll wear it at Christmas.
Yeah.
When we do the Christmas party at the bar. Because it's green. It's Christmas. What the fuck? Why not?
It's red too.
Then magically become a fucking Packers, Eagles, or fucking Jets fan because I'm wearing green.
Oh, that's right, y'all. Well, I say Christmas is red, but that's another color you don't like because the other team, the ketchup and mustard team.
Yeah. Just don't wear Raiders gear that's orange, red, or puke baby blue. Ugh. Yeah, we saw that, Andre James.
I was saying, be careful, Jeff. Randy's not in here yet, so you said that orange. Don't say it again if he's in here.
I don't care if he's in here or not.
He can go crazy.
Kill us.
Jump in.
See, it's written there would be traders, Andre James, and all the traders going in. Yeah, really. What's up with all our players going to teams in our own division? That just shows you those are the guys that don't warrant the once a Raider, always a Raider.
The
I get
loyalty.
Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen kind of did that as a dig on Al Davis for the way he treated, that he treated Marcus Allen. I'll let that one slide.
That was a payback. Like, you know what, you're gonna get rid of me. I'm gonna go to your life.
I've come full circle with Marcus Allen quite a few years ago, where I'm cool with them now. Like when it first happened, I was seeing red. Like that. I think a lot of Raider Nation did.
Oh yeah,
because that's huge. That's a big deal when you go from the Raiders to the Chiefs. But I mean, there's a story behind it as to why, obviously, and a reason for the discontent between the two. I get it, but the way that he himself has come full circle since then, by the way he is part of Raider Nation, like he shows up at the alumni stuff. He's around the stadium a lot. He's around the team a lot.
He's in the locker
room. He
goes
to functions. He's in the locker room. So. He's made amends as far as I'm concerned. He considers himself a Raider. You don't really hear him talk too much about when he was a Chief, unless it's
he's in the Hall of Fame as a Raider. Come on.
Yeah, unless he's in an interview and the interviewer is asking him questions about his time on the Chiefs. I get that. He's got to talk about it because it did happen. But I'm good with him. I'm good with him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where are we here?
Oh, what's up, Jay?
St. Patty's Day. Yeah, I know it was yesterday, but I didn't do a show yesterday, so I'm just showing my colors. I spent most of my day yesterday just listening to. I do this every year, like pretty much almost the whole month of February up until St. Patty's Day. I'll listen to like Irish music, just to kind of get in the mood. It's just I don't mind it. I like it. Told you I got a weird vast genre of music that I like. Thank you, Jason. I like the approval.
Jay, tell me how you really think. Damn. Just Raiders, baby. Don't forget to subscribe to his channel too. They put your link in the chat.
Yep, I just responded to you again. Because we talk too much shit and they're like, fuck you, man. Fuck Boogum. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
It's us. They hate us. The people that talk in chats and on these shows. They're like, motherfuckers, talking about me picking my nose. Well, you did, dumbass.
You did.
Can't deny it. It's on camera for the rest of the world to see forever.
We got receipts.
Let's see. Maybe Andre James just really likes getting blown up by Chris Jones twice. Yeah. Be curious to see if he's named the starter for him. I want to see. I want to see what position they put him at.
Right.
And I want to see how if he's the actual starter, or if he's just going to be a complete backup or an emergency situation. It'd be funny. So, we'll talk among the masters for a minute here. I got to add someone to. I got to add someone to the text.
Yeah, well, if he starts, he starts. We're still gonna blow him up. So is Chris Jones and everybody else. I bet you, Christian Wilkins probably looking at his chops. Going against him in practice. He probably said, "Oh, he played the other team now. I ain't got to hold back now. Beat you down." Yeah, the All-Traitors, not really. Just we released him. We cut him. Then he went somewhere else. So he's not a traitor. He just need to find a job. And the Chargers are dumb enough to hire him.
Oh, wait a minute. Why am I doing it this way? I can do it this way, actually. I don't have to text it to him.
Think it was Dep Nav. Think it was Dep Move. Probably.
No, man, you're on your obviously if you're on your cell, you're on your Instagram that way. I didn't even have to text you. It just dawned on me like an idiot. There you go.
Taking out sloppy seconds. Yeah, they sure are. Leatherwood, now James. You can have them.
Let's see. What's up, Maurice? Steelers fan? That's cool. That's cool. We don't have problems with other fans coming in here as long as you keep it respectful and don't be dicks. We're good.
Sometimes we like it because we like to talk.
And no spamming.
Nope.
32. Alan did us like an X. Suck it up and play and stay.
I
don't think he had any control over that. I think that was just Al Davis was done with him.
I like what Jason now said. Make it a complete set.
Oh, yeah, they can have him.
Yeah, make it a complete set.
I don't even want anything in return. So, Jess wants to know, you guys going to any games this year? Are you going, Chris, Danny?
I don't know. Probably not. Not this year. Probably next year. Because I'm still recovering, so I'll still have issues. So, definitely next year.
I'm not going to Vegas. That I definitely know. I can't afford it. The only thing I do plan on doing is the Raiders are coming here to New England to pay the Patriots. And again, that stadium's only like 30 minutes up the road from my house over the line in Massachusetts. I live in Rhode Island. So it's fairly close. So I plan on going to that. I know I'll be rated 10 and a few others that do these shows too are planning on coming out here for it. I know Captain Jack wants to come up here for it. So I'll be going to that game.
Matthew, unless something happened to Prime Mahomes or Patrick Mahomes, eventually you won't see Max because he'll be on the bench picking boogers. So I don't think that's going to happen unless something happens to Mahomes.
Yeah, but he could also see Minshew if we're blowing them out like 45-0. Max may come out.
Max won't be there neither. Max won't be on the field. Max won't be on the field neither.
But he could come in for one play. He'd come in for one play and just smack him around. The other option is if Minshew's standing on the sideline and the play's running out of bounds, you just purposely change direction a little bit and take him out too. I don't think there's any animosity between our players and him anyway.
Nah.
So what? He left and went to the Chiefs. What's he going to do? He ain't going to do no damage. He's not going to bring any information over, like I said, unless it's, who eats what for lunch on a daily basis.
He has not.
Yeah.
The gifts just keep flying in.
Let me get one. Yeah. Oh, so you're 6 hours away. See, if I live close to Vegas, I would probably be trying to go to as many games as possible. But being on the East Coast, it's a little expensive because between hotels, air flights,
Yeah, I only have
food, the whole 9 yards. Luckily, I don't eat much and I don't drink anymore, so I won't have to spend money on that.
I'm a 3-hour drive from Vegas, so
that's not bad. 3 hours. I mean, I've gone to New York for Raiders games at the Giants. And that's only like 3.5 hour drive for me down the East Coast. I mean, I've done that. It's only 8 hours from my house to DC. So like, if I really wanted to go to a Ravens game or even the Redskins, because we are going to Washington this year, it's not that bad of a drive. It's a fun drive because you're zipping in and out of cities. Driving to Buffalo was just fucking farmland after farmland and just blah shit to look at. You drive through, I think it's Rochester. It's like driving through Providence. You blink and you through it. It's like, what the fuck was that? Oh, that was Rochester. Holy shit.
Well, that's like from LA to Vegas. Once you get past the city limits, it's nothing but desert.
That's what
sand and desert.
And from my house to Buffalo is a 9 fucking hour ride like that.
There's a few little way stations along the way that always at McDonald's, but that's the only thing you see.
Thanks, Jay. Appreciate that very much, brother. I owe you a return on that. Definitely. Thank you.
I paid $8 for a talk channel. What?
Rosetown, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Salute, Rosetown. What? $18 for a can of beer?
Ugh. See? And that's another reason why I'm glad I don't drink anymore, because they're too goddamn expensive when you go to places like that. That's fucking crazy how much that is. That is insane.
Wow.
Absolutely nuts.
$18. That's almost a 12-pack. Jesus Christ.
Such a waste of money. And then they wonder why people try and sneak shit in.
Or try getting in drunk, already drunk.
You get freaking prime the pumps in the parking lot. Hey, guilty, been there, done that, you know.
A bottle of water is $6. Oh yeah.
I haven't even been to the stadium. I so want to get there so bad at some point.
Yeah, it looks nice. Well, I haven't seen it live, but
man, even a water is $6. Fuck that. Just I'll go buy an empty cup and just go fill with the fucking sink water at that point. I ain't spending $6. At least the cup I can take home and reuse it.
Oh, so you gotta buy a cup, probably about $25 for a Raider cup.
Yeah, but I can reuse it forever.
Well,
it's a cup I'm gonna have for until it breaks.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't allow stuff in there, so you gotta be careful that you can't bring this in. Like, why?
Yeah. See, this is where if I was still drinking and I went to a Raiders game, you would see me probably pound probably like almost a sleeve of Fireball before I even went in there, because I would just be so, I'd be good. Maybe I'd spend for like one beer and nurse the shit out of it, or make good friends with somebody that's sitting there and maybe they'll buy the beers. You'll never see me buy a round, that's for sure. It's too fucking. I'd spend all my money on one round. Fuck that.
Yep.
Which is why I get by sometimes, unless someone's that's got a shit ton of money. You won't see people buying rounds at a place at sporting events. It's too expensive.
I seen a game. One game was a baseball game. A guy kept bringing it as a Dodger game. I see it was like 2 seasons across from me. Yeah, he had the old story. You want a beer? I said, yeah, sure. So he went and got some. We can drink beer, like it was free, so you're drinking fast. And then he said, you want another one? Like, okay. He bought 6 rounds of beer for the whole row. 6 rounds. I said, you got money to throw away, dude. I don't want a beer. Give me the cash. Jesus. But it's still good.
It's crazy, man. Even a smaller arena like in Providence right now, it's the Amica Center. It's where the P Bruins play. You go there, those beers are like $10 for a beer, and it's the king size, so it's the bigger beers, but they're like $12, or $10. Well, it's fucking expensive, man. When I can go and get a 6-pack of those, a 6-pack for like fucking $3-4 or whatever it is. I don't even know how much they cost anymore. It's fucking crazy.
All right.
And then they wonder why people get so drunk in the parking lot. Well, because your prices are ridiculous. And once you're inside, they got you. You want to drink, you're going to pay for it no matter what they ask.
I got a question, not beer related. I just saw it. You think Darnell Holmes going to play nickel or take a place of Haas took over? Anybody in chat thinks so? This question popped up. It was probably come out earlier on my phone. It was a while back. I just thought about it. Do you think he plays Takeover hotspot?
Oh man, I missed that one. I didn't even see it. Where is it?
No, it wasn't in the chat. It was on my phone. It was early before we got on.
Oh.
I was talking to somebody. It wasn't anything. So I just saw it, forgot about it.
Get a soda and keep the cup. Yeah, that too. That works. No, I never been out there. Too much pregame keeps you out of the game. Yeah, no, I could see that too. Yeah, and that's the other thing. You gotta learn to make it last. Shit, I've gone so far before as to bring a 6-pack of beer in my wife's pocketbook into a movie theater, and then because they don't check your bags at the theater, and then get a supersized soda, go to the fucking sink, dump the soda out, put the beer in the cup, put the straw in the beer, and just sit there and drink in the bath through a straw. And then when you run out, you take the beer out, put a new one in. You just sit there drinking beer through a straw in a big ass cup.
I have something better for you. You just need like a little bottle of liquor, a half pint or something like that, or a pint.
Yeah.
Go buy soda, drink half of that, or throw some of it out. Then
give me a thumbs up when you're ready.
So we in the locker room. Locker in the bathroom. You pour the liquor in the cup. There it is.
I'll put you up top, man. So we can see you.
Oh, that light, the sunlight as the sun's coming down on the East Coast is terrible.
What's up, brother? Nice to have you on here with us.
How you doing, brother?
Good, good.
See my shirt? That's George Washington.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. I don't know. I suspect that's probably just before he crossed the Delaware. I don't know.
Hold my ale.
Well, you know what? At least his beer was cold. At least his beer was cold because it was cold out there.
It was freezing.
Just trying to block the sunlight coming through my shop door. Look.
Yeah, you go. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're good.
Damn. It's crazy. Hey, guys, the one thing I just wanted to say to you, the two of you guys, you are freaking great dudes, man.
Thank you.
You're full out freaking Raider fans. You know what I mean? And the big thing that comes to mind is it's never disrespectful. You know what I mean? It's never you're wrong. It's always let's have a discussion about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And when I go onto other places, I'm not going to say any names. It's always a debate on who's smarter than the other guy. It doesn't come down to that with the Raiders. You know what I mean? It's hell, 1971, I was born. I didn't have a choice but to be a Raider fan. My dad made me that way. You know what I mean? I actually got to actually understand what a Super Bowl was in 1984. 81, I probably really wore the jersey more than likely, but didn't really give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the closest we've got is in the early part of 2000 when we built like we're building now. Slow, methodical, smart decisions. It's not about that shiny toy no more.
No.
And that's what it comes down to. And that's what I try to explain to everyone in writing in the chat and stuff is, but it doesn't always come out the right way. You know what I mean? People think I'm maybe possibly attacking them, and there's no way I would ever do that. Mm-hmm. If you're a Raider fan, I would never attack you. If you're a Chargers fan, might be a little attacking going on. If you're a Broncos fan, might be a little attacking. If you're in my Raider chat,
or in my case, if you're a Texans fan on a Raiders show, I may have some words.
Yeah, just not going to throw names out there. That's
why I said it. That's why I didn't say names. Not throwing names. Everybody pretty much knows the story already, so we'll leave it.
Going back to what we've done this year so far, I just like that we're proven winners. You know what I mean? Coach wise. I mean, we're not scared to give. What'd we give Chip Kelly? Freaking $9 million a year. Yeah. I mean, who cares? He's a great OC. You know what I mean? The dude knows
It's not like we don't have it. It's not like we don't have the money to pay him. We're not going to go broke paying him. He's one of the best season around.
Yeah, because Mark just pulls his wallet out, and let's also not forget that there's more investors than just Mark Davis.
Yeah,
you know, Wynn Casinos is involved in there. Allegiant Airlines is involved in that. You know what I mean? There's a lot more money on the outside that we don't see getting paid. You know.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with the cap, right?
that's why I get pissed off when people are like, I can't believe we're paying him $9 million. What do you care? It doesn't
Why
come
do
out
you
of your
care?
pocket. It doesn't come out of the salary cap. Why are you upset what he's paying?
You're not
I don't
paying
care
it.
if I don't care if the team pays him $20 million. It has no effect on the roster.
Nope.
Exactly.
Who gives a shit how much they're paying a coach? It has no bearing on whether we can bring players in or not.
They'll say he's not even worth that much because he wasn't a proven head coach. Well, remember this.
Who gives
He's
a
not
shit
hired
if
as
he
head
was?
coach. He's hired as an OC. He's not the head
And
coach.
But here's
OC.
the other thing. You get that name brand of a coach, and guess what? Players want to come and play for a guy like that. And it's been evident so far too by who you've retained, who you've brought in. People want to be here. Like Geno Smith could have easily said, I don't want to go there. They're in disarray. Well, my old coach is there. He gave me my shot there in Seattle. I would love to go there. So let's make it happen. So you're going to get players like that too. Who gives a shit how much we're paying?
And it's not the first time that Pete Carroll's taken the better quarterback over the shiny toy.
Yep. Absolutely.
Matt Flynn was drafted with Russell Wilson. And he's like, okay, well, Matt Flynn was a first-round draft pick as a quarterback. And guess what? They competed, and Pete said, no, Russell's better than you, man. Sorry. He's the starter. You know what I mean? That's what we need is the competition. We got to have that. It's got to be there.
And where's Matt Flynn now these days?
Don't know.
No.
Don't know.
And see, that's what he's gonna do. Like I say, he done in Seattle. He did at USC. And you don't care what's on your name, the name on your back. You don't care how much money you're getting paid, anything like that. You don't compete. And if you lose, you're on the bench.
So I'm looking up. So I'm having to look like from one side to the other because this is an impromptu type deal and couldn't get everything set up. But I'm looking over here at all the dudes that I'm actually, in all like a lot of chats with are going, not bad. Hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm trying to post them up there too.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, all y'all, salute. If you wonder why it was Nav Man, here's how you know.
Navy man.
Well, that's why if you watch me when I'm on the shows, if you see, I'm looking straight at the camera now, but if you see me turn this way, it's because I got the bigger monitor off to the right because the laptop's so far away from me. It's tough to see the print is so small on the chat there.
Yeah.
So I always look on the right side on the bigger monitor. So that's where I'm looking and reading because it's like right here on my face. It's easy to read it. I'm old. I only wear readers when I'm holding something close.
My laptop with the camera on it's down here.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the big screen right now. So
that's right, because you got it on a TV out there in the shop, right? I think
I do. Yeah. But I just want everybody to know I 100% respect everyone's opinion. I would never ever talk shit to a bro.
I will say this about you, and I see you in a lot of different chats. We're in a lot of the same chats together sometimes, and people respect the shit out of you. When you come in the chats, as soon as you say salute or what, you're seeing it here right now, just in this show. Now that you're on camera and people, putting a face to the name, a lot of people are, giving you a shout out and everything. And, you definitely are, from what I've seen, one of the more well-respected chat people, and chat members in these different shows. Yeah. We appreciate guys like you. You follow anybody and everybody. Every time I'm on another show, I'm seeing you in there on the chat or moderating on this one. So you're pretty active, which is good.
Yeah, I surf many podcasts throughout the course of the day, and every time I go to one, you on there. Then he goes off there, go to the next one. You're on there. Then the next one, you on there. So you all over the place. And your opinions always stays the same. When you say something, it's never changed from show to show, which is good. Because somebody will change up. Oh, you said this now, and the next day you say something else. Like, keep it straight. What do you believe in? And you believe in one thing in Raider Nation. That's what you believe in.
it's the thing about it is I'm an optimistic guy. You know what I mean? So it's what it comes down to is the only thing that pessimistic attitude gives you is pain. Optimistic stuff, realistic optimistic stuff gives you strength, soul in your soul. That's, to me, being a Raider fan for as long as I've been, I know pain. I know being over optimistic, how bad that hurts. It hurts. That shit hurts. I mean, so I think this year we don't need to be that way. We just need to see improvement. And I think we need to see dramatic improvement. Don't get me wrong, but you gotta admit we're probably in the toughest division in the NFL this coming year.
Oh, without a doubt, I agree.
No doubt about that. No.
So if we're last, we're going to be last at 9-8. I mean, I honestly think our ceiling, the most realistic ceiling you can have before we're even set in the draft or done with free agency, I think our most realistic expectation could be a wild card game. Anybody that's thinking Super Bowl next year is delusional. I mean, Geno.
It doesn't mean it can't happen, but
no,
the probability is very small.
Don't get me wrong. The Giants proved that. The Giants have proved that you shouldn't be here and you end up winning, beating an undefeated New England team. You know,
well, look at the Redskins last season. Nobody expected them to make the playoffs, let alone go to the NFC Championship. Come on. Nobody saw that coming.
Exactly. And that's where I fight the Chip Kelly thing, you know, about he sucked as a head coach. Well, so did Cliff Kingsbury. He sucked as a head coach too.
Well,
right?
Good offensive coordinator, horrible head coach. Just like McDaniels, he's a good offensive coordinator, but a shitty head coach.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, everybody in life finds their spot. And when they do, and they're good at it, and when they do and they're good at it, I mean, hell, that's when you know. You know what I mean? Patrick B right there, that dude is a real one, bro.
Yeah, I see him a lot too. Actually, him and I have talked about it a few different times too. You know, like an Instagram and shit like that.
That dude's money. There's no question about that. He is to be trusted. There's no question.
What's up, Marks?
Let me see. I guess I need to look at the chat a little bit and maybe.
No, LV Rated 10 wants to know if this was your first time on camera.
Well, I mean, as far as being on a podcast, no. I was on live with Mitch and them in Cary, North Carolina last year. But to be perfectly honest with you, I until today, I was kind of like, man, I don't know. Maybe I want to do this stuff, but I'm just too dang busy with the things I got going on to be reliable.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, well, see, like me and Jeff, we when we started this podcast, I told him what kind of platform I wanted. And he agreed the same thing. We want an open show, talk to the fans. Because if you're not a fan of the Raiders, you can come in, long as respectful, like always. You come in and just talk. We don't care. Because sometimes, now I'm sorry, I can't use my right hand because I had a stroke. I can't type as fast as some people talk. So I'm going to talk to you face to face, and hear your opinion. That's what we want to do.
Right.
Whether it's good or bad, there's no bad opinion. Everything's just in the bad opinion. But we want to hear what you got to say, the nation. So thanks for coming on. I appreciate that. With the name to the face.
Raider Ryan's another one. That one right there. That dude, money.
Yeah, I see him a lot also too. Yep. Yeah, dude. We've done this. I've had Jason Downs has been on with Chris and I a lot. We've had numerous other people through since we've been doing shows together, bringing people in, like Saturday Night Show, which is the whole reason behind the Last Call podcast. Just that when Chris and I go on like this, I'm using this format because that's kind of what we want to be known as is for this podcast, The Last Call. But like on Saturday nights, it's going to be Chris and I plus Grandpa Rundown instead of Papa Rundown. This weekend, we do have a special guest coming on Saturday night. We're going to have Peggy Holmes on with us.
Peggy Holmes?
Oh, yeah. So I've already confirmed that with her. I'm working on trying to get Wayne Marbury on with us, too, the Violator. Not this Saturday, but another Saturday in the future. But the first hour or so, or however long we want to talk about it, we talk Raider history. Our own personal experiences. When we don't have a guest on, the game plan is to hit certain aspects of the team through the years. Sure. This weekend here, we're going to talk with Peggy. We're going to start with, at the top, we're starting with Al Davis this weekend. So we're going to talk about Al Davis and, the Raiders start. And she's got some own personal stories of Al Davis that she's going to share. So we'll all have our own individual little takes on it and what the team means to us and what Al Davis, his lore and what he brought to everything. So I figured if we're going to start somewhere, we start at the top. We start at Al Davis, and then we'll work from there.
Love it.
So that's the whole game plan.
Because we got to realize some of these fans, not all of them, but a lot of these fans that do come in the chat, they're kind of young. They don't know the history of the Raiders. They know the team, but they don't know the history, how it began, who the players
Jason, it
is. All right, Jason, is that Nav Man?
they never see.
Yeah, it is.
The Raiders, old school Raiders, or heard of them. So that's what we're going to bring to them. Hey, Jason, what's up?
Hey, I'll tell you what. There are a few dudes I want to call out here. One, the best call sign on the chat ever is Dixon Sider, and he's always Dixon Sider is the best. Dixon Sider is the best call sign ever.
I know
it. And then let's see, Jess is in there. Panda, yep, Panda, and Jason Downs. Of course, Raider Ryan, right?
Raider Ryan's in here. Marcus Banks.
Of course, you go to Graff's deal, and then Wasted Talents on there, and Wasted just likes to yell at everybody. So, I'm about to say, Dixon Sider, get out of here with that filth. And Jess is always around. See Jess all the time. Patrick B. He knows how I feel about him. There's no question. Just Raiders, baby. Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah, Jay.
What's up,
guys? That's Jay's in here. LB Raider 10 and Jay. Those are two of the gentlemen that I'm on with on Wednesday nights on the Raider Connection. Yep. Leo's the fourth person, but he's probably still at work, probably not watching right now. But they're the ones that are on with me on Wednesday nights. And then Thursday night, it's Nate and I, LV Raider 10, that do the Raiders coast to coast. And then Saturday nights is Chris and I, along with Papa Rundown. But like this past weekend show we did, which was really the first, right? First one we did?
Yeah, congratulations to you.
No, that was the second one. That was the second one.
But this is the one where we stayed on the longest.
We I just want to let you know.
5.5 hours.
Yeah.
Congratulations on getting your freaking into your monetary, man. That's freaking awesome, bro.
Thank you.
Couldn't happen to a better person, man.
I appreciate that. It was a lot of plugging in the hours, and if I had a full-time job still, if I wasn't out medically, it would have taken me a hell of a lot longer. But because I have that luxury of, being home and I can jump on at a minute's notice, and I'm always available to, partake in shows and everything. So, I mean, but I just got in with the right people. This season was probably the perfect season to get into this. There's just been so much content with everything going on this season. It just flowed so well,
And hey,
I'm a-
Chris,
and I'm a
by
nice
the way,
guy, you know.
Yes, sir. What was that now?
happy birthday, brother.
Oh, thanks.
I was the 14th. I think you were the 16th.
Yeah, 16. Well, happy birthday
Yeah.
to you too, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, we young pups, bro. We ain't got nothing.
Yeah, that's
We
exactly
young.
right.
We don't know shit. Hey, I think I'm gonna have a beer. Hold on one.
Sure, that sounds good. If I had any.
Jeff will give us an update on the Northeast Raiders. Yeah, no shit, right? Half the team that most of our defense is here now. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Oh, wait, who get
There we go.
Spillane? Who else they got?
Yeah, they got Spillane. They've got
They got Epps. They just signed him.
The
Yeah,
Patriots
the other one.
went freaking in stupid mode. I mean,
Oh, they got Chase on too. They brought Chase on over.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They went in stupid mode. They're like, hey, we're just going to poach the AFC West for everything it's got.
Yeah.
You know?
Now I have to I have to hear.
I'm fine with
I
that,
have
Nav. Let them do all that money spending, all the big contracts, and then
Go
next
on.
couple of years they'll be in
Keep
cap
rolling,
hell.
baby. Yep,
They'll
keep
be
rolling.
in cap hell in a couple of years. Like, well, we got no money. Yeah, you spent it all this year.
Yeah, get off my lawn, Ray Ryan. Get off my lawn.
Thanks, Raquel.
Hey, speaking of that,
we're talking about anything and everything. PA slide.
hey, speaking of that, you guys, hit that like button, push the like button, hit that subscribe, make that happen
On both channels, please.
on both channels. Not mine. I don't have one. I'm a guest.
A special guest.
Jason's still pushing his OnlyFans page. Yeah, so the reason I was getting into the Saturday night thing, Nav man, is if you're around Saturday night, if you're around on Saturday night, feel free to
drop in,
to pull up. You know, definitely I'd love to have you on there at some point during the show. Like we open up the mic after Peggy leaves, we'll open it up to anybody who wants to come in, and that's what we did last Saturday night. We turned it into like a 4+ hour show after we were done talking directly with Cap.
Nice.
You know, but Captain stayed on for a full 5 hours, which I was shocked. I didn't think he would stay on.
I'll be here. What time you starting? Eastern time.
We start 9 o'clock Eastern time.
9 Eastern. Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. So that first hour, Peggy usually only goes for about an hour on the show. So that first hour will be with her and her stories and what she brings to the
There's no question I want to interrupt that.
But once that's over, we'll open it up and we'll go from there.
Thanks, Patrick.
I'm looking forward to Saturday night show. It's going to be a good one with her on there. I've been on a couple of shows with her already. We've had her on the Raider Connection, and if you're not ready for her, she comes in like a ball of fire, man. She's smart, good, knows her history.
Don't say nothing you don't know about the Raiders. You say something wrong about the Raiders, she will stand it and she will.
Oh, she'll call you out on it.
She will correct you.
Yep.
Can you come on Saturday? No, you can't come on Saturday, Jason. No. I thought you had the OnlyFans thing that night.
Yeah, he's doing that belly button porn.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We can't have belly button porn on it. But Jeff be demonetized if you do that, man.
Yeah, no shit, right? Well, that's the other thing now too with all these Raider players coming into the Patriots. It's like, you know, I got friends of mine that are Pats fans because obviously I live in New England Patriot territory over here. I'm already hearing it. Oh, it looks like the real New England Raiders are playing in Foxborough. You know, because now they bust my balls because of the New England Raider Booster Club. You know, now it's like, fuck me. You know, it's not going to change the name of the club by any means. No, never. But when I see people putting that in the chat and, you know, saying it to me personally in text messages, you know, friends of mine that are Pats fans, it's like, shut up.
You know what gets me? I just thought about that. Remember when McDermott was here and everybody said, "Oh, the Raiders will go the Patriot way," and everybody's complaining about it and all that stuff.
Yeah, becoming the Patriots West.
Look at the Patriots doing. They're taking our players, so they're gonna do the Raider way. So whatever.
Yeah, anybody that's tuning in right now, make sure you check us out Saturday night for sure. And again, that's why those notifications are so important too. When you hit the subscribe, for like Chris and I, because of the fact that we come on at any time of the day, you don't know when you're going to get us. Like today,
Yeah.
you didn't know we were coming on until about an hour and a half before, because that's when I put it up.
This morning about 7 o'clock my time. Say, we doing the show today? He didn't answer me until about 4 hours later.
Yeah, because I was sound asleep already.
Yeah, we'll pause. Sometimes we just like jump on. No warning, no nothing. Just
Yeah.
we have no schedule. I'm medically retired, so is Jeff. So we have no schedule. We just like, let's go. What the heck?
Well, I'm retired and unretired and retired again and then unretired now. So it's one of those, right? I'm actually, I'm an electrical engineer by trade. Was in the Navy for quite a few years. Don't need to say how many. It's a lot.
Thank you for your service. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I'm working for a trade academy, skilled trades. So I'm teaching electrical classes at a trade academy. So that's what I'm doing. At Mondays and Wednesdays, there's nothing else I can do but that, because it's young kids trying to learn how to get out in the world and learn how to work their ass off. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to show them. And that's the biggest part of it, is you have to work your ass off. You are not going to win in the skilled trade world unless you work harder than the guy next to you. Is not going to happen. So
that's what my son's doing now. He works for Electric Boat in down at Quonset Point in Rhode Island. He works down there welding on subs and shit. So he's been down there a year and a half now, I think. So he loves it.
Hey, I'm telling you what, if he ever gets his scuba and underwater welding requirements, that's $125 an hour starting type of job. They call it UDT.
I don't see him wanting to do that.
Underwater diving techs. Underwater diving.
No, I know. Trust me, I get that for sure. Well, I don't think that's not his speed. I don't see him wanting to do that.
But I will tell you, welding inside of a submarine is a risk because of all of the arc bouncing off all of the walls. But people don't realize just how big a submarine really is. It is actually a monster. It is not as small as you think it is.
Yeah, it's not your World War II style submarines. I mean, these things are pretty damn big.
I seen one in the naval station down in San Diego. I'm like,
oh yeah, North Island.
It's like a big, long. I think I said, what is that? That's a submarine. Yeah. Like, why that thing's huge?
Yeah. California class submarines are about a football field long. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're big.
Yeah.
So it's not too far down the coast from us is Groton, the naval sub base.
Groton
in Connecticut, right up the river from the Coast Guard Academy too, actually in New London.
Groton's a sub builder area too. Newport News, I do believe.
Virginia.
Yes,
the one in
builders out of Groton, I do believe.
On the base in Groton is is where the Nautilus is. That's where the U.S. submarine museum is, which is pretty cool because we took the kids there when they were younger. So
I'd love to check out Groton. I tried to do a sub thing. I was an aviation guy. Yeah, I had the clearances to do it, and I was going to do a 2-week underway with a sub out of Bangor, Washington.
Yeah,
and the admiral just said no. He just goes, nope, no aviation guys on submarine, ain't happening. So that's one of those surface versus aviation type deals in the Navy. That's what it comes down to. I mean, I certainly had the clearances for it, but it was a no. And it's a regret because I really wanted to see what that was like. You know what I mean? But hey, can I talk football real quick? Because I need to
talk about whatever you want.
I want to throw something out to everyone about the Geno contract and why it's not re-signed yet. Can I give you my take on it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so this is my thoughts only because I kind of dotted the I's, crossed the T's on it. So the reason why it's taken so long, in my opinion, is because we're trying to figure out who owes him money at this point. Because there was incentives on his contract with Seahawks, right? There was this many yards passing, this amount of money, this many completions, this many, whatever it may be, right? Plus a roster bonus, okay? So after it all turns out and it kicks around, it comes around anywhere from $12 to $16 million. So I firmly believe the third round pick we gave in that trade was to not have to pay any of that stuff, any of the roster bonuses, right? Because it was a previous contract, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't think we're going to extend him. I think we're going to give him a new contract. That's why it's taken so long. I think we're trying to get Seattle to pay what they're due to pay him. Then once it's done, then we just create a contract of our own, which to me, if that's the case, then we're in the driver's seat on how that is structured, right? I mean, because Mark Davis can pay a signing bonus out of his pocket.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if a guy takes $50 million in a signing bonus and goes for 22 a year instead of 30 a year, Mark Davis is going to do that because he doesn't. That's not affecting the salary cap. But you can only do that when you make a new contract. Signing bonuses only happen on new contracts. So I firmly believe that is where we're at. It's like waiting for the Seahawks to write the checks.
That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense.
I get that now.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So the roster bonuses, I think they total in like $16.7 million, the roster bonuses, things that the incentives that he actually crossed and passed over. So the thing about it is he had 1 year left on his deal. So we may be on the hook for some adjustment of his last year in Seattle, but we shouldn't have any stake in the incentives because we didn't make that. That wasn't our call. So I think that's where the third rounder came from. It's like, look, we'll give you a third rounder, but we're not paying any of the stuff you promised him. That it's just my take, and it's just how I look at it. And to be perfectly honest with you, you don't have to sign it tomorrow, next week, 2 weeks from now. It doesn't really matter because legally he has been traded. Right. He is a Raider. Regardless.
That makes sense what you said for sure. Definitely now that you look at it in that. I don't even think of it in that aspect, to be honest with you. That's the first time I've heard anybody explain it in that manner, and it makes complete and total sense.
But he's a Raider. So nobody needs to worry about him backing out. He's a Raider.
So
regardless
if he signed the extension, that's basically signing the old Seahawks contract.
Yes.
So we're just gonna give him a whole new contract. That's how you think about that.
Instead, we're gonna nix the whole damn deal, create a new contract, and then the Seahawks are on the hook for all the incentives they promised him. So I think that's what is going on here. The red tape's getting cut. That
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Just Raiders, baby, just said that. We on the hook for the bonus unless we fold it into a new contract. Exactly.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect this year's cap now that the deadline's passed. No, that's not true. It does affect the cap. So I get where LV Raider 10's talking, and he says, okay, but it won't affect this year's cap. Whether we extend him or whether we create a new contract, it's going to affect the cap. It's just a matter of what the dead cap hit is. That's what it comes down to. It's what's in between. What's the dead money? That's what it comes down to. What we're trying to get the Seahawks to do is eat all the dead money. In my opinion. It's my opinion. Hell, I wouldn't be against a fourth year either. If he wanted a fourth year, he's young enough. We give him that fourth year option.
Yeah, I've given the same exact contract Pete Carroll has, 3-year guaranteed, fourth-year team option at that point.
Yeah.
You know, if Pete Carroll stays the fourth year, and he wants Geno to stay, then you re-sign Geno for, you know, you bring him in for that fourth-year option. Why not?
Right, exactly.
You know?
And the
why,
thing
why
is,
split? And especially if we're playing well and we're in a good place, why break up the team? You know, why kill the band?
Exactly.
Keep them together.
And it's like when people talk about Spotrac, right? Spotrac only lists what is done and estimates what could be done. It's all estimation. It's all pure conjecture. It's all speculation. It's 100% speculation. So, a new contract would affect the cap, but in reality, we'd save a whole shit ton of money against the cap because we're creating a new contract. It wouldn't be a trade, essentially, because it'd be like we just signed someone that was unrestricted free agent. Someone just walked out the door or was cut. So that's the difference, you know. So I did a lot of reading on it, way more than I probably should have. Turns me into a huge freaking geek on it. But I'm telling you what, the fuzzy math in the NFL is just the fuzzy math's crazy. And as an electrical engineer, I don't like fuzzy math. I like 1 + 2 = 3. And the fuzzy math in there is just crazy. There's also factors down to what incentives he was getting outside of the Seahawks for jersey sales, for all this other stuff. So there's tons of advertising and all this other stuff that goes into that because they're losing that jersey and that jersey number now, right? So there's a loss there.
The loss, yeah.
So all that stuff happens when someone's traded when they're expected to be back, causes a lot of crazy money flux. So am I 100% sure that we're not going to have to pay him $35 million? No, I'm not. But what I'm telling you is the dead cap hits suck. We've been trying to dig ourselves out of the dead cap shit for the last 15 years, 15 years. So, and dead cap, I think this regime does not want the dead cap stuff. So they don't want anything left out that isn't tied up. You know, so I think they'd rather pay more for a new contract than extend an old one and take dead cap hit.
Because remember, Raiders would go out there and spend a ton of money on players that ain't worth the contract they paid for. And then we stuck with those stupid contracts. That's why this year I'm happy with what they're doing. They're giving the guys a 1-2 year contract and prove yourself. If you do good, then we'll give you a raise next year or keep you, or you can move on somewhere else. That's what I like about it. That's all. If people complain about that, why we not signing that big shiny new toy?
Right.
They don't remember that we was in cap hell for years. We couldn't afford nobody else.
We signed whoever was the coolest freaking toy in the room every single year.
Yep.
Yeah, like Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah. Jamarcus.
If anybody remembers, there was a way that Al Davis used to do contracts. He used to do heavy back-ended contracts.
Yes.
So he would sign a player for 4 years, but the big money wouldn't kick in until like year 3 or 4.
Yeah, it always increased.
Yep, and it comes year 3 or 4. Where's that player? Not on our team anymore. He used to do that a lot. And that was kind of a smart way in it, if you think about it, because he was never fully on the hook for that money because it wasn't considered a guarantee. It would just be like
Yes.
a bonus
Right.
that player would get. So he would entice
Right.
these players before they really got smart to it and privy to it. He would sign these players to these contracts with the intent that, hey, if I'm here for 4 years, I'm going to get $8 million. Back then it's a more realistic $8 million bonus. But comes the end of year 3 before year 4 starts, boom, they're gone. He cuts them or he trades them, and now they're not on that. And he gets that money back, or not that money back, but now he doesn't have to worry about spending that. So these guys never were able to play out their full contracts.
Yeah.
So that's why we also had such heavy turnover on this team.
Exactly.
Back in the day, was because of those contracts. So we could never get a player to stick for more than 3 years or 4 years because of those contracts. So basically, Al shot himself in the foot when he did those contracts.
He did, actually.
As far as being able to retain players. A lot of people don't realize that that's how that was back then. That was a smart move if you don't want to be on big money hook, but you could still get the player based on the potential for that contract. But the players weren't smart enough at that time to realize that you ain't going to see that money. Not with Al. Al worked the system. Al would do anything he could to save money. He was a penny pincher. If you were good, like Howie Long type good or Marcus Allen type good type of player, skill wise, you stayed there for a while. Like Howie Long made it his entire career. Tim Brown made it his entire career until his contract actually expired. We weren't bringing him back. He went to Tampa for that 1 year, but came back and signed with us. That's why I never consider Tim Brown, being a Tampa Bay player. He only went there for 1 year. Didn't help them any. So he's always a Raider. That's just a little blip. I don't hold him accountable for that one. Howie was here the whole time and was very well taken care of because that's the type of player he was. But yeah, those contracts back then were brutal. Brutal.
Yep. One of the best acquisitions we ever got in the offseason was Jerry Rice. I don't know how we make that happen.
I still don't know how that happened. That was like a shot in the dark.
I don't either.
It was dark level mafia shit that we got Jerry Rice. Because I'll tell you what.
Jeff, I told you. Nav knows it. Al Davis was a mob boss. I'm telling you.
I believe it. Trust me.
Because I'll tell you what, if we didn't have Jerry Rice those couple years, we would not have been as good as we were. We just wouldn't have. Because you couldn't stack the box against our run game. You just couldn't. And I think that's kind of a direction to be steering in once the trenches are right. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think our O-line is that bad. I really don't. I think we need a piece. I think guard. And I think that's why Becton's not there, because he refused to be a guard.
Yeah, he wants to go back to tackle.
Sucks as a tackle.
Yeah, you saw how that happened in the Jets. He was horrible. That's why they let him go.
He was terrible. That's why they let him go, because he didn't want to do anything but be a tackle, because tackles get paid more than guards do. You know what I mean? But there's no question. People keep asking, is JPJ going to be at our center? I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? Yes.
Crazy. What's that?
Yeah.
What's that guy? They fired Craig and they put what's his name? The assistant in the OC. What's
Philbin. They put Philbin in charge.
Philbin, the OC line. And what happened? Our run game improved. The pass protection improved.
Everything.
Everything got a hell of a lot better.
I'll tell you what.
JPJ went to center. That changed everything.
It changed the whole dynamics.
Hey, I will take one 15-yard penalty a game from our center for being too damn aggressive.
He almost got one in the Browns. He almost got one in the Browns game because the referee had to come to the sideline and say, "Could you please tell your player not to be so aggressive?"
Yeah, the refs went over and said, "We can't throw a penalty flag, but this is rough."
Yeah,
it's like it's football.
He's playing too hard. Yeah. He's gonna hurt somebody. He's playing too rough.
I've said this before. If I'm the coach and they come up to me and say, "You need to tell your player to not be so aggressive." Okay, did he cause a penalty? No. Did he continue the play after the whistle? No. Then that's why I look at my offensive lineman and say, keep doing what you're doing until you get a penalty.
Do it. And I want everybody else on this line to do exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the game. If you cause a penalty, okay, now we'll have a talk. You know, if you're playing after the whistle, then now we'll have a talk. But if you're within the rule parameters, what do you mean don't be aggressive? Telling the quarterback don't throw the ball so fast.
Like say, I'll accept a 15-yard penalty once a game for being overly aggressive. I'll accept that.
Yes.
I'll accept it. As long as you're not trying to score position.
Take it all day.
You know, we're not there to screw around. We're there to win, and we're there to smack you in the mouth within the rules.
Make them feel it. Like, oh shit.
Like Steve Wisniewski, like the Wiz. Steve Wisniewski.
Oh my God.
Man.
That dude ate people alive.
Yeah.
He was one of the nastiest offensive linemen.
He did not block. He did not block people. He buried people.
He mauled them.
You couldn't. There was no pass rush on Wisniewski's side.
On his side,
because he would just bury them. Yeah, he cheated. Of course he did.
Who don't?
Who didn't?
All of them did.
You cheat until you get caught.
It's not It's not a crime to get caught.
But I'll tell you what, JPJ keeps doing what he's doing. He's going to go into the Hall of Fame, the Raiders Hall of Fame. There's no question if he keeps doing what he's doing.
Definitely.
His motor is money. His motor is freaking out of this world. And he is just jazzed up. I'm like, somebody drug test this guy, because this guy's freaking, oh my God, crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as he doesn't Barrett Robbins us, then we're good.
Yeah.
And OGs know what that means.
Yeah, we know what that means.
Of all days for him, of all nights or all times for him to do it, had to be right there that day.
Yeah, it had to be right.
That's why a lot of people say it was a conspiracy. You still got people out there saying it was a conspiracy with all that bullshit. That it was set up by the NFL to let Tampa Bay win and not the Raiders. Because everybody knows if our offense had a legit shot and we would have changed the audibles, that would have been such a blowout, because that offense was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely lights out all season long. And then we get to that one game and we just, if 5 interceptions, come on.
Yeah. If we would have played any other team in the NFL in the Super Bowl,
it would have been the highest scoring Super Bowl.
It's a blowout.
Would have been.
That's what my coworkers asked me right in the playoffs. So who you want to play? You want to play the Eagles or Tampa Bay? I say the Eagles, because they don't know our offense. Tampa Bay do, because Callahan didn't change anything. He kept everything the same. So
I don't think he had much of a choice, because Gruden freaking left like hell. Wasn't it like right before training camp started? And then he got turned over to the defensive coordinator as the head coach, which was Callahan. He's like, shit, I don't know how to install an offense.
Well, have you ever heard Tim Brown's explanation for that?
Oh, yeah.
Tim Brown holds no punches when it comes to how much his disdain for Callahan.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had a game plan going into that Super Bowl, and at the last minute, Callahan said, "No, we're not gonna go with that. We're gonna stick to what's been working all season.
We're just gonna run the 3 wide and be done with it." Yep.
And it changed the whole outcome of that game, because he said it himself. If we would have stuck with the changes that we were gonna do, we would have won that game.
Well, and the thing is, Callahan's standing over on the sideline, right? And he's sitting there going, I wonder why we're getting Gannon's suddenly getting picked off, and he hasn't thrown but maybe 2 interceptions the entire year.
Yeah.
Well, it's because Gruden goes, when Rich Gannon pats that ball, it's delivered. So you look at his eyes, he pats that ball one time, it's coming out. So wherever he's looking, when he pats that ball, just go after it.
Plus, the defense knows exactly the play. They know exactly where they're running.
They knew what was going on.
They said they run that set. Okay, that means this guy's going to do a hook. So DBs get ready for that hook, because he's coming.
What was the over? What was the over and under on Jack Kenna mentioning Jim Otto on a show in the chat? Because I think he went over. He usually mentions it at least once, so he just said it.
Hey, Jack Kenna said it good, man. JPJ reminds me of Jim Otto.
Oh, it definitely does. He's my guy. I love the kid.
And the thing is, JPJ, what I didn't realize is how wide his wingspan is, how long his arms are. I mean, I don't want to throw a race out there, but for a white dude, man, that dude's he's got these big long arms for a center. That is freaking important. That is hugely important.
He's built like a battering ram too. It's just like
just a big bowling ball.
Yeah, he is. Just
like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, wrecking ball.
And he doesn't stop when he gets going. Like, geez, slow the man down. No, let him go.
Well, you know, that's what I see. He's like,
it was so funny.
It was my own heart because I mean, I played center, and you know, I like to think I was extremely aggressive too. But I mean, he's got me a little bit there too. But man, I love the kid's play. I think he's phenomenal. He would be
there was a
Jersey
couple of games, Jeff. We watch. I don't know what probably watch together. There was a couple of games that it was a running back or a receiver ran down the field, and you know who's right behind him?
Yeah,
JPJ right there, run right behind him.
He's blocking for the receiver after he catches it, like 20 yards.
I don't know how many times during the season when the ball carrier is on the ground, who's the first one over there to usually pick him up? Yasena. That's how much hustle that kid has. That's how much drive and want to be there that this kid has.
Wound tight.
You can't teach that.
No,
dude's wound tight. He's wound tight, and he's full silver and black. I mean, he's bleeding silver and black. Anytime anybody gets a chance to even interview the dude, he's just all about. It's about me. It's about the teammates. It's about this. It's about the shield. It's about that. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. That's why I don't want a Stephon Diggs anywhere near our locker room. That dude, he can go fuck. I'm sorry. He can go do his own thing. Now look, there's a lot of question about George Pickens. I will tell you this.
I heard that.
DK Metcalf and Pickens in the same locker room is not going to work.
Probably
it's
not.
Work between the two of them. So my question to you guys and to the chat, right? Do you think highly of our new coaching staff? If you do you think that George Pickens is a talent that we should look into based on the people we have in the locker room that can make him not George Pickens and just a badass wide receiver and the coaching staff? Do you believe in that or not?
I kind of believe in it.
I can believe
because if you do, we'd be silly not to think about it.
Like I said, Pete Carroll's a no-nonsense head coach. He doesn't take the BS.
Right.
You know, if you're going to come here, this is what you're going to do. Pete Carroll, you know, he's tough, but he has fun with you, too. He'll laugh at you, he'll jump in joy, and ask how your family doing.
Yeah.
But you come to play football, so I expect you to play football. Or
right.
You see that door over there? You can get to walking.
Exactly. Because the shield, we'll show you the shield, but you got to earn to keep the shield. That's what it comes down to.
The only thing that would make me say possibly no, it's not the coaching staff. It would be that leader presence on the offense. Is Geno that type of guy? I don't know yet. I don't know enough about him in that aspect of how he is in the locker room or the huddle. You know, but now does that fall to guys like Miller, Jacoby, and JPJ, you know, as the threatening presence of JPJ, really. You know, is Brock Bowers still too new to have that impact? Maybe, maybe not.
Well, he's soft-spoken, so it's kind of hard.
Can Jacoby be that leader on the offense, playing opposite of him and kind of keep him in his right place? I don't know.
I think
it comes down to Geno and Mostert, to be honest with you, as the two most veteran talent positions.
Jacoby and Brock Bowers are very soft-spoken. You rarely hear their voice.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to say what they can do.
And that's why I say, because I think Jacoby is actually more comfortable breaking loose in the slot than he is wide. I think he's more comfortable as a wide receiver too, because he's a great route runner. and with great hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think if you get a dude that can take the top off the defense, Jacoby's gonna freaking kill it.
Uh-huh.
You know, and now we have a quarterback that's not going to throw hospital balls over the middle, because that's what Minshew did. He freaking threw high balls, got people hurt the entire time he was quarterback. The one thing the AOC didn't do, he would take a sack before he'd throw a hospital ball. He would freaking throw a pick before he tried to throw a hospital ball. The one thing I noticed about AOC is he when he missed, he didn't miss high, hardly ever. You know, his misses were down around the feet, you know, or a pick or whatever it may be. He wasn't trying to get his teammates hurt. And I think that's also part of his problem. Part of his problem is you gotta make those throws when they're there.
Yeah.
If they're there, you know what I mean? You got to. And I think that's part of AOC's. And the other part is he's far too stationary.
Yeah.
You know, it's and that's why I think that before we even think of anything else, those trenches got to be addressed. Both. We need another.
Definitely.
We need a linebacker. We got to have another linebacker. I honestly believe Roberts is going to be the green dot. I firmly believe that just because of his experience. But on the other side, we need a guard, because I think Munford, Meredith, everybody we have there's tons of depth there. We get a guard, we're in good shape. I really believe that. And then we can mess around with the skill positions.
Yeah.
So at the sixth spot, in my opinion, needs to be traded back. It maybe as far as the 12th, in my opinion.
I'm all for trading back. And like I said to Chris earlier, and I said at the start of the show, if we're talking trading back, and I've been pushing this for the last few weeks, first call I'm making is to Dallas at number 12.
Yeah.
Because I know I could get a trade with them without a question. Because
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling they want a guy like Genty. Or even still, I would still take number 12, get their second round pick also, and then take that number 12, trade back to anywhere from 18 to 23, get another second round pick, and then in the first round, make that pick at whatever number you have between 18 and 23. And now you've got 3 second round picks. That's where you're going to score your players in this draft that are going to have an impact, is that second to third round.
You know what I think?
Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Okay, you know what I think? All this clickbait and there's one thing came up about the Raider contingency saying they like Genty at 6, they like Genty. Sometimes I like conspiracy, sometimes I don't. But I think the Raiders are actually purposely doing that to let the other teams like Dallas know, like, we're paying Genty at 6.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
So, but if you want him, come on.
Go on in.
Come on in. We'll work some trades out.
Yeah. Come on. Give me a first and 26 and a second this year, and you can have my number 6.
Yeah. I'll work with that.
I was even pushing the narrative of the Cowboys want to move up that far and get that guy that they want. Then okay, we'll swap picks. I won't ask for a second rounder, but we'll swap draft picks. But I want one of 2 guys off your team instead of a draft pick. You either give me Micah Parsons, who wants out of there and wants more money anyway, or you give me CeeDee Lamb. I'll take either one of those 2. And if not, then okay, well, good luck getting them. We're staying at number 6.
Could you imagine Micah Parsons, CW, and Max?
And Butler.
And Kuntz and Tyree.
And then you got a rotation of Kuntz and Tyree, obviously, too. But your rotation on that defense would be insane. You'd always have fresh guys out there. Guess what? Then guess what you don't have to do? You don't have to get superstar cornerbacks, because you can get serviceable guys, because number one, quarterback ain't going to have time to throw if he's going to have that group coming at him.
With that defensive front, we'd be okay with the defensive backs we have now. Hey, Steve, how you doing, man?
Hello,
Thanks,
Steve.
brother.
Man,
Salute to you, brother.
That would be insane. The NFL not going. NFL won't allow it. They're probably going to draft it. No, you guys can't do that.
Hey,
that's illegal.
You know what? With that defensive front, I put Raider Pug as the freaking free safety, bro, and we'd be all right.
Yeah. You know, and if you look at I think Leo brought it up on his show last night. If you look at Philadelphia, what they did on their front line, on their defense,
Rush
those
forward.
guys were. It's basically the Georgia defense from a few years ago. All of them. They're all from Georgia. They're all draft picks. None of them were free agents that they brought over. They're all draft picks. They built that defensive line from draft picks, and look how lethal they were this season, especially in the playoffs and especially in the Super Bowl. They ate up that offensive line.
To your fact, Jeff, you rarely heard about Philadelphia's D-backs. They really didn't mention them at all. Yeah. Really?
Well, they did because they had two really good ones, and they're both rookies back there.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, that's right.
You know, you had Cooper DeJean, who had a great year, but
that one interception, but
I forget the other
course of the year.
And guess what DeJean did? He tackled. He made tackles. He never missed a tackle.
Yeah.
And that's I'll tell you right now, if we didn't get Brock Bowers, that's who I really wanted, to be honest with you, because I think that kid was just a surefire, just top bet out of, he was a go-getter. Definitely worth taking.
And Jeff and Chris, that's what we did in free agency. We brought in dudes that can tackle.
Yep.
Chin doesn't miss tackles. He's a banger. Absolute banger. That dude can cover the middle. You know what I mean? If you need to bring him down to make that third linebacker, he's the guy, right? Mm-hmm. Stokes, another dude that's a banger. Got him for nothing. Damn, I think we got him for like $1 million.
I think it's $2 million.
Yeah, I mean, god dang, that's easy. And then Orlando Roberts. That dude's a banger. That dude's a banger. He doesn't miss tackles. Diablo missed tackles. Robert Spillane didn't miss tackles. I'm just saying he didn't miss tackles. But
those $4 million. Okay.
But I'm telling you, the comp between him and Spillane's real close. If you look at games played versus tackles and all that stuff, because Roberts never lived in a 2 linebacker defense ever. He was always in a 3-4. So there was always 3 linebackers, and he was always the Sam or worse. So he was a conditioned linebacker, along with Roberts, right? So, but when he was in the game, it was production. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot to be said. 10 years in the league, you've only played for 2 teams. That means they valued you. You know what I mean? Those 2 teams valued you. I do believe he was Patriots for 5 years and Steelers for 5 years. Pretty much both.
I'm sorry, who are we talking about again?
Orlando Roberts.
So if you see a guy that's been on like 6 different teams in the past 8 years, it's like
that's different.
Either he's not that good, doesn't fit to their schemes, or he's a locker room issue. That just tells me something, something's not right in that. Something's wrong.
Roberts took a
I
hell
agree
of
with what you said.
He took a hell of a freaking leap taking that freaking low prove me deal. He really did, because he could have stayed with the Steelers. Right? Steelers? Patriots.
Yes, Steelers. He gave them the Steelers.
He could have stayed with them. But he actually jumped out of there. Probably could have got 8 to stay there, I'm pretty sure. But just said, no, I want to run the backside for once.
He played for 3 teams. He played for the Patriots, then went to the Dolphins for a cup of coffee, then his last 2 years with the Steelers.
Yeah, kind of like that. Went there, came right back type deal. Yeah. So in between the 2. Yeah, but I mean, in reality, 5 years between the 2 teams that he was with, they kept him on board every year. And that's, I mean, and roster. I mean, 53 people, that's only ones you can keep. He's rostered every single year.
And one thing about him, he didn't miss that many games. So I'm looking at his games played. He missed a couple of 2 years ago, playing all of them. This last year, he missed 3.
Yep.
He playing all his games.
Yep. So it's, what's the best availability? Well, what's the best ability? Availability, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's like a lot with Geno, too. The dude doesn't get hurt. He just doesn't. You know, I mean, shit. I mean, a lot of people can talk a lot of shit, but if your people are hurt, you can't win ball games. That's, I mean, because you're counting on this, you know, you regardless who your OC, defensive coordinator is, whoever it is, there's a game plan. Here's my starting 11 on this side of the ball. Oh shit, I can't do that next week because I lost 3 of them this week.
Right.
Now what do I do?
Especially your key players, the one that's the key for that. They're like, well, I can't do it now.
Yeah, that's a big thing of what happened to us last year. I mean, I think it started with Wilkins, right? That was our first key injury, our major injury, and then Epps. When those 2 things happened, that unraveled the entire defense.
Well, actually, it started in preseason. I mean, started in OTA. The Coons went down.
Yeah, Coons. Yep, you're right.
We was like, this is going to be his year because he'd be good. He went down, so they got to change the whole concept of the defense. They did. But then, like I said, Wilkins went down. Adam Butler stepped up. But it was no. See, Adam Butler didn't have a rotation in there. He had nobody to rotate in and out with him. Really.
RJ. Yep, seen you there, man.
I'm going to ask this question. Somebody in the chat here, R.I. Raider. Are you from Rhode Island? I'm just out of curiosity because do I know you personally? Are you in the club? I don't know because I just went to his channel and I'm trying to see if he looks familiar or anything, but he doesn't have, I don't think it's anything with him on it, like his image. Just curious. No big deal. Just saw the R.I. Raider.
So
I'm like,
WSG mean what's good, Madman? WSG,
yeah, I think so.
That means what's good? It's all good, bro. Yeah, we got to have depth.
What's up, Everett? You think Stephon Diggs going to the Cowboys? Because I'm a Cowboys fan. I mean, he would be with his brother. Who knows?
Yeah. So I'm looking at Jess.
You can go where you want.
Just talk about the Niners just freaking just emptying the bucket. Just going, yep, you're all out. Beat it.
Yeah, because they want to pay McCaffrey and Purdy. That's what they want to do.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, they ain't winning the NFC West next year. That's probably going to be the worst division in the NFL outside of the NFC South. NFC South might be.
My money's on the Rams next year for that division.
I expect so too. Yeah, with Stafford coming back, no question.
Just think Stafford gets hurt and it's Jimmy G throwing footballs to the.
Oh yeah, that would be funny. That would be funny.
We already said that when it first happened. We were talking about that all night long. That would be great. I don't know, but the Cardinals, man, they picked up a couple key pieces, so we'll see.
Niners just emptied the bucket, though. I mean, they're putting.
Yeah, I think the 49ers have come to the fact that they realize that their window is shut.
Yeah,
their playoff and Super Bowl run is over. I wouldn't be surprised if McCaffrey becomes either a cap casualty or just maybe even trade him away at this point because you're going to waste his talent on that team. They screwed up in the first place playing him in Buffalo after just coming back from being off that injury list.
And to
play him in that snow game was stupid.
And that's
I was smart enough to bench him in my fantasy league before the start of that game. I'm like, I'm not playing him even though he's back. Some people are like, you're crazy. It's CMC. I'm like, I don't care. Good thing I did because he didn't do shit. And he got hurt again.
And hey, don't hold this against me, but my wife is a Panthers fan. Okay, so.
Sorry, Chris's wife's a 49ers fan.
Well, I was sick of her waffling all over teams our entire marriage, 32 years. So in 1995, I do believe, there were 2 new teams coming in, the Jags and the Panthers. And I said, flip a coin because I'm sick of it. So that's how she became a Panther fan.
Wow.
And so she's been one ever since. But McCaffrey was a liability at Carolina in reality.
No.
He was. No,
I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the questions. Understand? That's you.
CMC should be a Raider. I don't want I agree with you. Well, the thing about it is the dude outruns himself. That's his problem. So he's fantastic running back. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely. There's no question. If he would stop outrunning himself and putting damage to himself, and actually going down instead of fighting so hard, probably would have a little more longevity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot like Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was the same way. He would not give up no matter what. And that's when the injuries start to pile up. And CMC got to Niners, and all of a sudden, for about 2.5, 3 years, he didn't get injured at all. No. He was freaking killing, and I think he led the league in rushing his first year in the Niners, or something. I think he was.
That is total scrimmage yards too. He was on fire because that offense was clicking. They had it all running on all cylinders.
Yeah, he doesn't drop a ball if thrown to him. No. He doesn't. I mean, it has to be a bad ball for him to drop it. But now it's all coming down to where he can't do what he's been doing. You know what I mean? It's not time to break the bank on making CMC a Raider. I'm just saying.
On that, in the Raiders history,
not in favor of that at all.
They would have
done it. In a heartbeat.
They'll pay $30 million and come over here.
Al Davis be like, "Yep, give me the shiny toy. Let's go."
They would have done it.
And I don't care if it takes us 10 years to freaking pay for it. I don't care. Let's go.
Yeah.
Even though I love Al, he's the Godfather. Don't get me wrong, but that was a way to do it back then. It ain't the way to do it now.
I hate to ruin a party because I'm having a blast with this. This is a great combo right here with the 3 of us talking this. I love it. I know the chat's into it. We've been at 2.5 hours now. Leo has his show coming up in like an hour and a half, so I have to get off the StreamYard in order for him to set it up and get his shit rolling tonight.
I gotta go cook dinner, by the way.
I gotta eat yet too.
Hey, I appreciate you guys letting me on. Sorry,
man, not a problem at all.
That was great.
I'll tell you what, if we're ever on and you got time, hit me up on Instagram, and I got your phone number now too. I can shoot you a text, whatever, and then let me know. Especially Saturday night, if you're on watching Saturday night,
I'll be there.
Whenever I put the link up, you can come on in, and I think it'll be a great added addition to the show on a Saturday night when we've got everybody in. Like Saturday night show is absolute, probably one of the best ones I think I've ever been a part of, as far as just
nice
old school knowledge and just overall fun, man. That was a great time.
Yeah, this last Saturday
on the whole show, and
it was a full house, and I liked it. It was like a lot. It was a full house.
I think we had 8 people in here on camera at one point.
Damn.
9. And 10's the max, so we're one away.
Hey, do you mind if I do one thing real quick?
Yeah, go for it, man.
In the chat, because I'm pointing this way. For me, it's this way. In the chat, all y'all say hi to me. I want to say hi to you. Raider Ben, I see you. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Raider,
there he is. What's up, man?
Saint, saw you. Patrick, of course, already mentioned you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
If you go in the chat and just put 93, there you go. Jack. Oh yes, that's who I was looking for. You. How you doing, Edgar Sosa? How you doing, brother? Whoop whoop.
Steve DeLuna.
Jack Kenna, I think wasn't Jack Kenna like a wildlife expert back in the day or some shit like that?
I know you're talking about too.
Or something like that. Hey,
Wow.
Jay
He used to
Raider.
come on like David Letterman and shit like that at night.
Another one right there. That's another real one right there. Jay Raider.
So you don't do any shows at all, huh? Like you don't. You're not
What's
like
that?
on anyone's on a panel in here or anything like that.
Me?
Yeah,
No, I'm kind of choosy on that.
I get you.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I just finally heard back from Wayne Marbury while we were in the middle of the show. That's why if I kind of zoned out for a few minutes, I was messaging him on Instagram. He's going away on a cruise, Chris. So when he gets back, he'll reach out to me. But he would love to. I want to try and get him on the Raider Connection also, but I really want him on our show on a Saturday night talking Raider history and the fans getting to know him a little bit more, just like everybody got to know Captain Jack and his beginnings, And then we're going to do the same thing. Do the same thing Saturday night with Peggy too.
Captain Jack Kenna.
I appreciate it, Patrick.
It's been an awesome show, dude.
I appreciate
Patrick, I'm a rookie, bro. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
The people that go up and Chris and I go on during the day like this is awesome.
Was your nav? He gave us another take that we didn't think about, which was awesome. That's why I like to hear from other people what they think. So you gave us a take. I didn't think about what the Geno Smith thing is. Pretty good.
Yeah, I never even thought of it in that aspect.
I just got sick of hearing why are we waiting to do it. I'm like,
now I get it. Now it makes sense.
Makes sense.
You know, it's done. Legally, it's done. At least
he's always on. I see him in that's kind of like one of the first things I saw him on was that and a couple other shows, but he's definitely extremely active in the chats, and like obviously you can see it. He's well respected in the chats. Everybody's shouting out to him. So
Jeffrey,
like I said, he's all over the place. He's here and he's there. Like I can go to one podcast, he's there, then go to another one, he's there too. So he always has something good to say. Always has something good to say about the nation. Never anything negative.
There's never anything negative about the nation. Ever.
Never.
It's not negative. But what we're doing and what we're not doing, we can discuss about that, whether we agree or disagree, but we don't hate on one another. That's the big thing. The one dude that hates on me hates on the nation, because I don't subscribe to hate about the nation. We're either going to win or we ain't going to win. Either way, you're still the nation. It's that simple. We're going to be optimistic. We're going to try. We're not going to be overly optimistic so we don't freaking want to hang ourselves after the season or some shit like that. But when we start to see progress, it's very, very cool. You know? And
there's another guy that's everywhere too, Mr. Billy Davis.
Billy. What's up, Billy?
Billy MF Davis. Billy MF and Davis.
Yeah, he's all
that dude, I see him everywhere I go.
Yeah?
That dude right there, everywhere I go.
He's a Devin Raider fan. You can tell. He's always.
And Jeffrey, hold on. Jeffrey is he's on Graph Show a lot, I think. Graph and Wasted and Hammer.
Yeah, I see him a lot too.
Yeah.
I see Jeffrey a lot.
Yeah. Hey, Billy.
I guess they I just got a message notification on X. So I guess they officially released the JFK files just now.
What?
Oh, they did?
Yeah. They were supposed to do it today.
That's going to be bad.
Wow.
See, now it's one of those deals where my mother, I'd be like, right now, if she was still on this earth, I'd be like, Mom, guess what? You may have been telling the truth this entire time.
Right?
What's up, nation?
Well, they go the
Capitan
conspiracy.
Rapuccio. Roth in the building.
You about to get off? I'm sorry, guys. You about to get off, Jeff? I gotta go.
Yeah, we're gonna call it
I
a
mean,
night. Yeah,
I know what.
no,
It's been a blast, man. It's been a blast.
What's up,
man.
yeah, it's been fun.
Capitan?
I appreciate you coming on in, man.
I mean, my pleasure to be here talking to some real dudes, man. In the chat over here, all the good ones that aren't these freaking negative.
I'll give you the solo treatment. Shout out where you want to shout out. Go for it.
Well, you two, obviously. Chris and Jeff, for sure. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Patrick B. Jack. Capitan. Freaking J Raider. Freaking Sosa. Everett. Rosetown. Let's see. Ones I see in here a lot. Let's see. One more. I see more. Oh, Jess, of course. Jess. That goes without saying. Patrick B. That dude. Let's see. Who else? Oh, Stinson. Look at this. Stinson. He says, Raiders suck. They will finish last in the division.
Yeah, I skipped over that one.
That dude right there. That dude right there can beat it. Get the hell out of here. That's the kind of negative shit that I don't like to see. Anyway, Jason Downs also. Who's hair grease? Bang Bang Niner Gang. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, you're going way back. All right, I didn't scroll back. I thought I don't see that right now.
I'm just scrolling back a little bit. Madman, salute and block him, Rosetown says. Hey, love y'all. Hey, appreciate it. Hey, long live the nation.
Long live. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
We getting there.
Chris, what do you got going on? Anything other than Saturday night? You got any guest spots?
No guest spots, nothing. I might do a pop-up live one day this week. But there ain't nothing going on, so post a video pop up.
Jack Canna threw something out there. Hold on.
Yeah, Raiders.
Ready? Raiders!
He yelled it so loud it cut out his mic.
Yeah, I know. That's what I say. He's kind of broken up there. Yeah, nothing planned. But like I said, hit subscribe, like, notifications, because you never know. I might just pop in tomorrow morning, or me and Jeff, or me, or just Jeff. We'll just pop up out of nowhere.
Yep.
Sure enough.
What I got going on this week, tomorrow night, is the Raiders connection with myself, LV Raider 10, Just Raiders Baby podcast, and Cheeto Linus, Leo, as everybody knows him. 4 of us tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. Thursday night, it's myself and LV Raider 10 on the Raiders Coast to Coast. Haven't really discussed what we're going to do. I need to talk to him about what we're going to possibly do for content Thursday night. Friday night, I believe Turf is going away again, so myself and Chris will be throwing up the Friday night live show.
Oh yeah,
I've only got a few more of those left before Turf comes back and rolls with that on a regular basis, because I told him I'm only keeping the seat warm till he's ready. Like, he was on this past Friday, he ran it, and then when he got off, we started a whole new one for the people that like staying on late night. But this Saturday night, the Raiders Last Call podcast with Chris, myself, and Papa Rundown, we will be on Saturday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. 6 o'clock Pacific. We will have Peggy Holmes in as our special guest. In the first hour or so, we're going to be talking Raider history, but we're starting at the top. We're starting with the discussion of Al Davis and the history of Al Davis and the Raiders and Peggy's own personal stories about Al Davis. And then after she signs off, we will open it up and let anybody that wants to come in, and we treat the rest of the Saturday night, the rest of that show, like a Saturday night open mic, open camera night. So keep an eye out for that. And until next time, everybody, stay safe.
Jeff.
Yeah, go for it.
You like my background?
Yeah, I noticed you changed it.
Who else you broke into?
Just playing. Just playing.
St. Matthew, if you don't know who Peggy Holmes is, you can go back. You can see it on my channel. Then the past shows. Look for the Raider Connection with Miss Peggy. The cage match is a good one. You'll see her on there every 2 weeks. Captain Jack show, she's on with him every couple of weeks. If you want to see what she's about, that's the best way. She doesn't have her own channel, but she's the former president of the DC Metro Booster Club. And I've met her on a personal level a few different times. So she's the nicest lady, as long as you know your Raider history. If you're talking to her and you don't know what you're talking about, she will call you out on it.
She will
check you. Nasty pitbull.
She will check you. Like, what? So.
That's the best way for me to explain how to find out about her. Is you'll see what she's all about. But other than that, if you don't find out about her ahead of time, check it out Saturday night, and you'll see exactly what she's all about and how awesome of a lady she is. So
I know a lot about Raider history, and I'm real damn careful around Peggy.
Yeah,
real damn careful that I know what I'm talking about.
If you don't do your homework prior to, you're going to be left behind pretty quick.
Yes.
You'll drop like, huh?
You get dropped like a fly.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
All right, fellas. Hey,
until next time, everybody, take care.
Appreciate the
and
invite.
go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Raiders.